We are live. A few seconds early. Just keep you on your toes. Oh, apologize about the little delay, camera problems. Haven't done this in a while. Hopefully you can hear me. It'd be extra hilarious if this audio wasn't even working too, but we are back. We are back, baby. End of 2025. Haven't done this since middle of 24. What is up? What is shaking? Different background, different camera, different year, different Kyle. Same Kyle. But hey, we're family. We are family. Kenny is with his family. We're all family, buddy. Hopefully, if I'm too loud, let me know. Sorry that it's like on the surface of the sun here. Got to figure out the lighting. But you know what? Just making it up as we go. What's everybody doing? What's everybody up to? Everybody have a good holiday, time off. Hopefully. Thankfully, no blizzard this week. What do we got chilling? We got something chilling here. Almost opened it the other day. Didn't. But I figure, you know what? Since we're all family, what better to do than have a drink with family, you know? Am I right? Oy vey. So, what should we talk about? You know what? You guys have waited long enough. Make sure I just don't get electrocuted here. If I have anything drop onto the mass snake pit of extension cords behind me. What do we got here today? I've also never done this with an external webcam. Only done with the built-in one. Still going to try it out. Might move it around, do different things, but I'm going to try and get back into the streaming aspect of things. But today we got, how does this, man, the light is really peaking. Anyway, since this is basically like, might as well be a television studio. It's so bright you can't see, but what do we got? It's a Pol Roger, which was Winston Churchill's favorite, allegedly. Supposedly he would drink a bottle of this. This is only a half bottle. This is only a 375, but he would allegedly drink a full bottle of this every single day while he was leading the UK through the war years. And that was just what he had with dinner or lunch. I think it was lunch. Guy was an alcoholic. He is on the Mount Rushmore of alcoholics. But he got Britain through it, so I guess to all the people that say alcohol doesn't solve anything, well, it solves world wars, so there's that. How do you open this thing? This thing's child-proof. Kyle-proof. I usually try and save some of the foil. You make the best decisions in life after a full bottle of Pol Roger. Hopefully that doesn't include streaking down Waterfront Drive after. Just doxed myself. Oh well, nobody's watching. Oh, you know what would help? Would have helped if I would have put this in the chat. If I would have put this in some of the group chats I'm in. Hold on. Gotta find the link here. This amateur hour. That's okay. You guys got nothing to do. What bottle are you opening? Put it in the comments. Let me know. I wish I could multitask and do 15 things at once. But I will get it so that the pin is linked and the link is pinned so that if I know who you are, you might be able to join the link or join the party with the link. Bear with me. Just listen to the subtle tunes of Driving at Night, free play music, here on Kyle FM. Okay, that's done. So, always 6. That's the international standard somehow. I wonder whoever came up with that. That's done. That's done. Right and close. Not point this right at my face. That probably peaked like nobody's business. Sorry if that blew out your eardrums. But what can I say? Like I said, just making it up as we go. Oh, that is some audio pornography right there. Oh, what am I doing? This has got to go back in here. And you know what I was going to do? I've already gotten up too many times. I have one of those things to keep it closed. But I'm not going to do that. This microphone is, I think, from about 1957, Kenny. So if it's still working after all these years, it's probably something that's quality. I got 3 of them. So you might be asking, wondering why, Kyle, why don't you have this in flute? Because flutes are for amateurs and people who are trying to be fancy when they're not. And they have bought a brand new black suit to wear to their event that they're just going to return Monday morning. Now, I myself, Shern SM5 or SM57K, we're going to look it up after I'm done talking about champagne. Really good profile, channel to watch. It's called Alexander the Guest. He is a guy who's out of Hungary, Budapest. He owns a Michelin star restaurant and he travels all over the world doing restaurant reviews for Michelin star restaurants. And he also started a new channel just a couple months ago and he's already got tons of followers. His regular channel in restaurants has, I don't know, like 350,000 subs or something. And his other, actually might even have more than that. You know what? We'll pull it up. But he's got one where he's now reviewing hotels too. Really good. I really like his content. Really classy guy. He's the type of guy you'd want to deal with at Harry Rosen. The hair is out of control. I almost wore a hat today, but to figure it out, show proof of life to the people that see me day to day where I'm always wearing a hat. Show you that I'm aging, but I'm not bald yet. So there's that, I guess. But yeah, anyway, back to the champagne. He always talks about it because he's a huge Krug guy, big Krug guy. And I've only had Krug once and I would love to have it again, but it's extremely expensive. And to me, it was very like earthy and smelled, honestly, it smelled like mushrooms. But anyway, he always talks about and why you should have it in a wine glass. And it makes sense because you want to be able to smell the notes and everything that's coming out of the champagne. So, and you can't do that in a flute. You can't get your big schnoz in there like me. Like, you think this would fit in a flute? No, not going to happen. I actually prefer coupes because coupes are, I don't know, they just make me feel like I'm in a 1920s Gatsby party. And I just think they're the most fun. Now, yeah, they have, in a way, a coupe, it has the most surface area. So it allows most of the bubbles to get out at once. So in a way, that's good for when you're bringing it up to your nose. You can get a lot of the smell out of it, but everything just evaporates versus this. You actually have to put your nose in the glass to smell. So that's the one thing about using a wine glass compared to coupes. You don't get as much smell while you're sipping it, but you definitely get the best experience overall out of everything. So don't even bother with flutes at all, ever. Just throw them away or keep them for when you have people come over that will be blown away by it, but you're giving them like a $15 bottle. And then they'll think that's fancy. Now, the last time I had Pol Roger, it didn't end so well. I had a number of different champagnes that night. And it was probably 3 or 4 years ago now. So I had no idea what to expect or how to remember this bottle. What is going on with this? This guy is not cooperating. Anyway, even just in the smell, this kind of reminds me of how the Krug smelled. Like, it's very earthy and mushroomy, which I don't really like. And I remember not being super blown away with this the first time I had it, but like I said, it was like the 4th bottle of the night. For the record, it wasn't just for me. There were other people there, and they were only half bottles. We were sampling different champagnes, but still didn't end well. It wasn't the volume; it was just the mixing multiple champagnes, including one of them. I think there was a 5th bottle there, and it was an alcohol-free. It was basically fancy juice, and that I think put me over the edge. Big mistake, huge mistake. Don't mix multiple champagnes, and definitely don't mix one that is alcohol-free and basically fancy juice. You know, it's good, but it's still not blowing me away. People are gonna be like, "Well, you're swishing it too much." Maybe. That's what I got to do to Prosecco, because Prosecco, there's just so many bubbles. It's so bubbly. It's just so intense. It's almost like if you're in Italy, a lot of times you'll see Italians where they'll actually put like a toothpick in their thing and they'll just be going like this. And they'll do that to like get rid of some of the bubbles just because it's too out of control. I'm much more of I used to prefer Cava over Prosecco, but now actually because of my friend Andrew, shout out to Andrew, he's got me on to Cremant. So it's basically almost as good as Champagne since it's the neighboring region, and it's like 1/5 the price. Like you can get really good bottles of Cremant, like Paul Mas is unbelievable. It's like $20, which is like less than half the price of this. This half bottle is 50 something Canadian, which honestly, I don't know about that. But you know, maybe old Winston was hamstrung and he couldn't get his hands on anything else, or maybe he just liked it. I like his choice of gin. He loved Boodles. Boodles is a really nice pedestrian, even keel, basic B gin. Great for martinis, and if you want to just sip it straight, it's really good to sip it straight too. But it doesn't taste like anything. It's not heavy on the botanicals. It's not heavy on juniper, citrus. It's just gin. That's why I like it for martinis. Okay, let's look up the notes on this. Hold on one second. Now, trying to not slouch over so much. It destroys my back. New layout. How do I do? Man, it's been so long I can't even remember how to open a tab. Right, that's how we do it. Share screen. So, Pol Roger. Notes of pear, mango, honeysuckle, jasmine, brioche, vanilla, quincy. I don't even know what that is. Chicken. A hard or acidic pear-shaped fruit used in preserves or as flavoring. A shrub or small tree which bears quinces, native to Western Asia. Okay. So basically a pear. Cool. Apricot with a fine mousse, elegant texture and fresh minerality. You definitely get the minerality when you're smelling it. You're definitely getting like wet rock. maybe a little bit of graphite, pencil sharpener. Definitely big on the minerality. And even before I read this, I kind of was picking up a little bit of pear. I guess there's a little bit of mango in there. Pol Roger. I think this is one of those bottles that'll kind of, the more I have it, as long as it's not on a 4-bottle night, it'll grow on you. TBD. What's up? Not too much. I forgot I could pull comments up. Sorry about that, Kenny. I would have pulled some of your comments up earlier. Can be refreshing on the golf course. You know what? I don't think I've ever had wine on the golf course ever. Goals for 2026. Let's go. Does shooters sell Pol Roger, Kenny? I'm going to roll up in there. Roll up in the car. Just get out. Be like, I'm here to play. Do you have any Pol Roger in the wine fridge? They'll be like, what? Like Pol Roger, champagne. They're like, sir, we have Bud and Bud Light. Oh, yeah, George, what's up? I didn't recognize the photo. George V. I don't want to say your last name, just in case, but really good to see you, buddy. How's it going out on the West Coast? Hopefully your time off is going well. George, what's if you're gonna have some bubbly, what are you gonna do? You gonna do Pol Roger? You gonna do a Cava? You gonna do Dom? You gonna do Ace of Spades? What's the type? Veuve? Bollinger? I'm gonna say Bollinger. Bollinger. Depends how I guess you want to say it, how anglicized you want to be. Veuve and Bollinger. I'm just so used to saying Bollinger. I know that's kind of incorrect, but Veuve and Bollinger are definitely my go-tos. I think they're the best overall for the price. Like if you want to, all these bottles, they're all like out of reach. But I've made some little videos and some shorts on champagne and stuff, and I've still got a bunch in the pipeline to do. Just too busy, but I think it's kind of like that diminishing returns thing. If you like, you can spend a couple $100 on Dom, you can spend even another $100 more on Ace of Spades, or you can get Cristal, but they're barely better than something like a Bollinger or a Veuve. And most people tend to really like Veuve overall. Is kind of like your best. Oh, Cristal. Yeah, okay. I've had it once. I think I do have a video on, or a short on it. I've also had the their other one, their basic one, just in the white. It's like $100, and I found it very similar to the Cristal. I thought the Cristal was better. It's been so long; it's been a couple of years. So I got to check the notes. I got to put all those into a playlist and talk about them. But Cristal is definitely very nice. It was made for the Tsar of Russia, and they put it. He wanted it in a crystal glass, so that's where it got its name from. The Reserve. Well, this one isn't the. Oh, yeah, it is the Reserve. Don't tip over on me now. Aromas, flavors: candied lemon, grapefruit, vanilla, cinnamon, marshmallow, and fresh fruit. No, I'm not getting any marshmallow. Texture: round, mouth-filling, balance. Well, what champagne isn't mouth-filling? Am I right? The more I have it, the more I do get a little bit of brioche, but not heavy. It's definitely by far more on the pear, the fruits, definitely. Persistent bubbles, creamy, crisp, minerality, and freshness. It's very nice. It's growing on me. I'm not huge on the flavor on the nose though. Like the smell on the nose, it is It does kind of remind me of, like I said already, the Krug, except the Krug was a whole nother level. And that's why I want to have Krug again, because I was almost wondering, like, did I get a bad bottle? Like, did it go bad? Like, I wouldn't say it was corked, but it was just so earthy and mushroomy. Like, I've never had anything like that ever. And it just seems so bizarre. So that's why I want to try and have it again. But it's so hard to find in the city. I only know of one place that sells it. And I just found that out maybe like a month ago. All the other liquor stores, they don't have it. So the only time I ever had it, I had to order it in from a different province, which is a pain. George had a rare bottle of Methuselah a few years back. Talking about the rum? Methuselah rum? I think I've only had that one Methuselah. That was one of the very, very first videos I ever did on this channel. And it was pretty good, but I still like the El Dorado a lot more. Those El Dorados are, oh man. Especially the El Dorado 12. It might be my favorite rum. Let's change up. Turn down the night driving a little bit. Let's do this. A shout out to Diego M. Feeding the ducks. Oh, where in the world is Diego M? I know where he is. That's a rhetorical question. Okay. I said I would do this for Kenny. Let's double check this microphone. Shure SM57. I'll come back to this. Okay, hold on. You're pretty close, Kenny. So I guess if it's, like a really old microphone, they just have kept updating it. You don't owe me an explanation, Wikipedia. We know you're all billionaires and got billions in the bank. There we go. For speeches by every U.S. president since its induction in 1965. So my man JFK didn't use it, but I guess it would have been Mr. Johnson. That's good to know. I guess I'm in good company. But it's kind of hard to tell. I guess it's because they always have the massive foam on top, so you can't actually see the distinctive top. But man, cheers to you, Kenny. Good eye. Good eye, Kenny. These are good mics though. Like, I love that they're stainless steel. You probably can't, I don't know if you can tell a lot, but it's a stainless steel body. It's not black, probably anodized aluminum like the one in the photo. And I still have I think I might still have the bags that they came in, but they were starting to disintegrate. They're like old. They had this really cool, they're like these little mini red bags. The insides of them were disintegrating. I probably threw them out. No, Kenny, thank you. I'm sure your family is thanking you for torturing them with having me on and them having to listen to this. So thank you. And they thank you, I'm sure. Let's see what else. That's done. That's done. What did everybody have for food in the last couple of days? Anybody cooking anything up? Logan Hall's grill streams? Where you at? Logan Hall, come back! Oh, Logan Hall. My apologies to Logan Hall. I haven't seen the last couple of his grill streams. But Logan Hall's grill streams. Sub if you want to see how to cook some legit food. Logan, based out of... I'm pretty sure he said, I'm pretty sure he said it before in his streams. He's in the greater Nashville area. Braised brisket for Christmas dinner. That's not bad at all. That's not bad. Kenny, how much did you do? Were you slaving away in the kitchen, or were you just in the way? No, you're pretty good. You're a pretty good cook, as far as I believe. Kenny's the real MVP. He came through hard for me today. He did some Boxing Day shopping, which for the other two people that are watching this right now are probably in the States. Like, what's Boxing Day? Boxing Day is Canadian Black Friday. Although in the last 10 years or so, we've had Black Friday now too. And it's basically taken over and become the new bigger Boxing Day. So, which I mean, makes sense because you want to be able to get deals before Christmas, right? I always thought it was weird. Like when I was a little kid, when people were, I mean, I guess like it made sense to me because Christmas is over. Now it's time to blow out everything and get good deals on everything. So it makes sense. But yeah, I always thought, well, it'd be nice if you could get the deals before, even though I didn't celebrate Christmas, but you know, it makes sense. I worked in retail for all those years. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense now that Black Friday has taken over in the last 10 years up in here in Kanakistan. It makes sense, but we still got the Boxing Day. Got some good deals. I bought a George V. I bought a black velvet blazer today from Spear and McKay. I can't wait to show you. Hopefully you're impressed. What's anything new for George? Anything new? Have you made any trips to Quiton or Xenia or anybody else there? Also, George, I'm planning on coming to California next year, late in the year, so we might have to get together. Might have to round up Sean and the boys, or just you and me. We might have to go. Clothing shopping or go for a steak and a scotch or something. We'll keep in touch. It's just brand new. I haven't really told anybody, but I guess it's out in the universe now. In November, mid to late November, I'm gonna go to San Diego and then probably do a drive. I've never been to California, so I'm thinking maybe play around a golf in Torrey Pines. Maybe if I have any money and can fluke out, because I'm not going to stay there. And I know it's easiest to do if you stay there, but I know there is a way around. And if the stars align, maybe play Pebble Beach, maybe. But I'm not holding my breath at that one. But yeah, worst case, we'll definitely have to get together, even if it's just for a Starbucks coffee or something. That'd be awesome. Found out to the Capitol Grill in Orange County. Oh, Orange County. That'd be nice. It's we had, I don't know if you probably didn't see the beginning of the show, but we had 2 blizzards last week, George. Wednesday to Friday was basically one blizzard. Well, it was 2 blizzards, but it basically merged into one. So that was nice. Oh, you in the LV. So now you have 3, right? Because you had those 2 Louis Vuitton sport jackets you bought last year. So now you got a 3rd one? Okay, we're gonna have to compare notes. That's not something that we would ever see around like where I live, because we don't have a Louis Vuitton here in the place I worked once. We didn't carry that as a brand. Holt Renfrew carries it, but not where I work. So I don't have any experience. I don't even know if I've ever seen Louis Vuitton clothing in person ever, because whenever I've gone to Louis Vuitton, I've always just seen their bags. So that'd be interesting. You have to DM me a picture, see what it looks like. Brandon dropped it off at the other spot. Well, at first, when I read this, I thought it said you dropped it on the floor. So, I mean, dropping it at the other spot is better than dropping it on the floor. I should have uploaded my my steak photos on here. I could have pulled a Lucha Mark and uploaded them. But this is the first time I've been on my iMac in like 6 or 7 months. So that's like another reason for the delay. Sorry, boys. Is that I have a new iPhone I've had for the last month, and for some reason I can't airdrop from my new iPhone 17 to my Mac. It just fails. So I had to airdrop it to my 13 mini and then airdrop the thumbnail for today's stream to the iMac. So I got to figure that out. I got to fix it. Figure out that. And so then also I'm like, I totally forgot that this stupid StreamYard, your thumbnails can only be 2 megabytes. Like, what a joke. It's 2025, almost 2026. You're still holding me to 2 megabytes for a thumbnail? Come on. South Coast Plaza, Costa Mesa. Let's go. Costa Mesa. That's Orange County, right? And if I remember correctly, Orange County is south of Anaheim, right? Because it's LA, Anaheim, then OC, and then you work your way to San Diego, I think. I could be completely wrong. I'm pretty sure. Canadians are usually pretty good at geography. I guess that's where there's a lip in the bucket, so that bottle doesn't tip over. Got to have rosé on one of these streams, and have some rosé bubbly. That would be worth tuning in. When rosé comes on a stream, you never know what's going to get talked about. Oh, Anaheim is... Oh, okay. Anaheim is Orange County. Okay, gotcha. My Canadianness is showing. That's a long-term goal. I'd love to live in California someday. I can't do these winters anymore. Like, I'm giving myself to 40. I haven't told this to too many people. But nobody's watching. Especially my employer. But yeah, like I can't live here forever. I can't do the winters. They're just too harsh. I can't do it. So I've done Vancouver before. I would maybe consider moving back to Vancouver, but honestly, like, I wasn't there for a long time, but I just don't really want to be in Vancouver. Like, I want to be, it's nice weather all the time. And people are like, oh, taxes. I'm in Canada, man. Like, I probably pay more taxes than they do in California. Actually, I almost for sure I do. When you add up the provincial taxes and all the other taxes, I pay more than they do in California. So I'm used to it. And then you'll say, oh, what about healthcare? Whatever. Pay a couple $100, $200-300 a month for health insurance. To me, that's the no winter tax. It's worth it. Then maybe I can go get a job at like John Lobb or something, at like a super high-end shoe company on Rodeo Drive. I would love that. I've always wanted to work high-end retail again, but in a place not like where I've done it. Kenny knows what I'm talking about. Like, it would be great to do it in a high-end city where people aren't afraid to spend money and where people have money, and especially a place that's not in a mall, because mall traffic is the worst. I don't know why Harry Rosen is so hell-bent on staying in shopping malls. Like, I know they love that walk-in traffic for, Lacoste polos and Cleasy jackets. That's I'm using all the inside terms here. I can't even remember what the actual brand name is called. Those big bubble jackets, but they're just, to me, the walk-in traffic isn't really worth all the trouble, especially now with all the shoplifting. It's a joke. Rocka Gleazy. How much costing? Yeah, I know. All the raw sewage just spills into the river because we can't afford a proper sewage system. Montclair, yes, thank you. Kenny coming through again, got me some golf clubs. That's why I forgot to tell that story too. I said that Kenny came through big time, and then I changed course and started talking about mushroom smelling champagne. I love Neiman Marcus. I don't have a lot of experience with Neiman Marcus because since I live in Winnipeg, the closest city was Minneapolis, which is about 6 hours away, and Minneapolis only had one, and it closed like 10 plus years ago or something. It was like 2012 or something. It closed. So they always had Nordstrom, and I loved Nordstrom. And then like Nordstrom came into Canada, so I would go when I'd go to Calgary, Vancouver, I'd go to Nordstrom. I love Nordstrom. I like Neiman too. I just didn't have a lot of experience with it. Like, I've only been to Neiman Marcus, I think maybe 3 times in my life. I've been to it in New York. I remember liking Barney's I think more, but I guess Barney's doesn't even exist anymore either. But Bergdorf Goodman, I think, is still around. I hope I'm not mixing that up. Yeah, Barney's. I'm pretty sure Barney's is gone and Bergdorf is still around. But yeah, Neiman Marcus is great. Now they're bought by Saks, which was owned by HBC, the Bay, which shockingly went bankrupt. I wanted to do streams or a video at least, just absolutely dissecting and bashing the hell out of the whole HBC debacle back in June, but I didn't. I kind of regret that. Could have maybe got some views on that with my opinionated self talking about how HBC just absolutely shit the bed. I actually never thought the Bay would close. Yeah, I actually didn't know about that. So Kenny's a big, for anybody watching, for any of the family members watching, Kenny is a big naked and famous connoisseur. Let's pull up, you know what, let's do a tab here. We'll keep the Pol Roger tab open. We'll get rid of the microphone tab. We'll do Barney's since I'm in Wikipedia. Hello, sir. How are you? I was about to say your real name, but I won't. Thanks for checking out the Strum. We were just talking about some Pol Roger, some champagne. Now we're talking about defunct department stores. So, Barney's. Share the tab again. How's the movie marathon? It was good. Although I don't know why I do this. This is so, I mean, I'm sure other people are like this too. Like, I own those movies. I have them on Blu-ray. Do I ever watch them? When was the last time? I don't even have a Blu-ray player hooked up. I probably haven't had one hooked up in probably at least a year. I've got a whole antique trunk full of Blu-rays. Like movies, old movies, new movies. Like, I kind of am a movie fanatic. And I take pretty good pride in my collection of movies. It's not like I have 10,000 movies or something. I probably only got, actually, I've never counted, but I don't know. We'll say 100. I'm just guessing 100. Probably between 75 and 100. Every Boxing Day for a good 6, 7, 8 years, I would buy like 5 or 6 movies when they'd be like super cheap. And then sometimes throughout the year, I'd buy them. But I'd usually buy like 5 to 10 every year on Boxing Day. Like classics, 80s or 90s, blockbusters, stuff like that. So like I have those movies and I never watched them, but like Rich Eisen says, like The Fugitive and U.S. Marshals, those are remote put down. Like those movies, whatever you're cleaning up the house, you know, changing the oil in the car, mowing the lawn, doing yard work. If you're in the middle of it, you got piles of leaves. That movie comes on, those leaves are gonna have to sit there. I'm watching Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. It's just how it's gonna be. I don't have kids, but if I had a kid and the kid's screaming, "Sorry, buddy. Sorry, bro, you're gonna have to change your own diaper." I gotta watch Harrison Ford piss off Tommy Lee Jones. So yeah, it was U.S. Marshals. That also kind of annoys me. They played U.S. Marshals first. It was on. I found this website a while back. I found it by mistake. I think it's called tvpass.org. It's all free, like free access to like American TV channels. And I don't know if it's because I am watching from Canada and that's why it allows me to do it. There's no ads. Like it's not one of those sites like those pirated ones where you click on it and like 15 pop-ups pop up. It doesn't I've never had one pop up on the site. There's no ads, nothing. And there is a sign-in feature, so if you want to sign up for it, you can, but you don't need to. You can watch it for free. And I think the only advantage of signing up is like sometimes like on the weekends the servers are full, especially when like popular movies are playing. Like last weekend, excuse me, pardon me. Last weekend they played all the Indiana Jones movies, and like some of the times it would kind of freak out because the servers were maxed, and then like I would get bumped. And then other times, like today, you got to refresh every once in a while because the sound garbles and it sounds like there's a demon in your TV. So it is kind of annoying, but it's like, I don't know why I do that to myself, because with TV commercials, it's 3 hours a movie, and I could just play the movie and not have the sound problems, not have the commercials. You know, I have to watch Cialis commercials 50 times an hour, and like all these other commercials for like whatever it may be, like HIV and like cancer, and like we're all like, they've got 5,000 side effects. And actually, those don't even bother me as much. It's the ones that I'm sick of seeing is like St. Jude's Children's Hospital, like that, and then also the ones for like the American Humane Society, where they've got like all the like the fame. And it's funny, it's a Canadian actor. It's the guy who was on Will and Grace, the Canadian guy, I forget his name. And it's like, quit asking people to donate. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you know what, St. Jude's Hospital, if you want money, get the government to pay for it. Like, quit harassing me every commercial break to donate to St. Jude. What if I don't live where St. Jude's is? Where even is St. Jude's? Let's look this up. I'll come back to Barney. St. Jude's Hospital. Okay, well, there's a couple. So it's either California or Memphis. I doubt it's the Memphis one. Oh, maybe it is the children's one in Memphis, because they were always... Yeah, okay, it is this one. St. Jude Children, because I recognize the logo. So, like, I mean, it's admirable what they're doing, but I mean, like, quit grifting, guys. Like, come on. Like, what's your endowment? Like, quit grifting me, who, like, and people like me that, like, I'm sorry, I'm not making 6 figures, but it's like, quit asking the lower end of the middle class. Like, go talk to Bezos and what's his name at Microsoft, who's giving all his money away anyway, and like, shut the hell up and let me watch commercial free. I know, but the children, I'm such a hard ass. I have no heart. Just got a big lump of coal right here. Just don't bombard me with the same commercial 5,000 times. That's why I can't stand watching the CFL on TS or anything on TSN, really, because it's the same 4 commercials. It's Wendy's Kick to Win. I'm dating myself. That's from like 10 years ago, but it's Wendy's. It's Save on Foods with that fat guy who's 800 pounds. He looks like he could actually be Santa Claus. He's always in the black polo. He's like, Save on Foods. Like, bro, Save on Foods, Wendy's. What else? It doesn't matter. But you know what? Like, get some new commercials. I hope David's watching, Kenny. There was a rant right there, an unscheduled rant. So yeah, it was like what I was saying. It was U.S. Marshals, then The Fugitive, then Point Break, Utah. Give me 2. Shout out to Asheen. Oh, that's so great. Utah, give me 2. And then after that, which is on right now, is on the Independent Film Channel, Predator. Again, so 3 of those 4 I don't own Point Break. I just saw Point Break for the first time like 3 or 4 months ago. I know, shocking. I haven't seen Point Break before. How tragic. But yeah, Predator, U.S. Marshals, The Fugitive. I own them all. Do I watch them on Blu-ray? No, I torture myself by watching them on some TV channel. What's up? The original OC. What's up at KDids popping in to say hi. Happy holidays. Thank you, sir. Did you order the BMW? Hope everything's going well for you and the family. Thank you for coming to say hello. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you did get the BMW, let me know. BMW, look at this. BMW ordered. My man, he knows how to do it. OC doesn't mess around, man. Doesn't mess around. That OC, or that BMW, OC's BMW. Make sure the Or MBW. Which one? Ice Locust wants to know, which BMW did you order? I know he was looking at the M5s. Or MWB. After I go through the Barney's article, I should pull up the BMW. I should, you know what? I should do that. After we look at Barney's New York, I should order, except I won't. I'm not OC. I can't just order a BMW at the drop of a hat. I'll have to stick with my wheels of choice. Wrench, please. I'll unbox it on a future stream in March. Looking forward to that. I will bring the champagne to celebrate. Wrench, please. I don't even know how to give out wrenches. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. If I have another stream in less than a year and a half, since that's how long it's been since my last one, I'll hand out some wrenches. And then we can have a battle in the comments. We can have some circular drama. Maybe that's what I need to get the numbers up. Maybe I need to hand out some wrenches. Get those views up. Get that circular drama going. Oh. Please, nobody report this video. I love everybody. I don't hate anyone. unless you're running the St. Jude's media team, then I hate you for interrupting the fugitive on Boxing Day. I need to start moderating this chat. That's what the wrench is. Yes, that's right. Okay, we were talking about fancy department stores that collapsed, and I couldn't remember if it was Barney's or Bergdorf's. I was pretty sure it was Bergdorf's that's still around, and Barney's was gone. So I pulled it up, and sure enough, yeah, defunct department store. Because then we were talking about, I'm sure OC would know this, but the Hudson's Bay Company shit their pants and then shot themselves in the temple back in June, and they are now defunct. The oldest company in North America, gone, the drop of a hat. And they split the company into two. So because years ago they bought Saks, which then bought Neiman Marcus. And George V was in the chat earlier, and he said that he loved Neiman Marcus. And I mentioned that how Saks bought Neiman Marcus. And then so Hudson's Bay split their company, and then the Bay part of it, all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're going to go bankrupt. So we're gone. 450 years of Canadian history gone in a week. No big deal. So then I just thought, well, what's the deal with Barney's? Because I was talking about how I've only been to Neiman Marcus a couple times in my life because Minneapolis hasn't had one for 15 years. I mean, Minneapolis is actually a pretty rich city. There's a lot of Fortune 500 companies there. And for them to lose their Neiman Marcus like 15 years ago was quite something. But they always had Nordstrom, and I love Nordstrom. I love Saks. Minneapolis doesn't have a Saks either. And they lost their Bloomingdale's. So, like, I don't know. Shout out to Minneapolis. They don't know how to handle money either. So I just figured I'd pull it up just to see what the deal was. But since I haven't done these streams in a year and a half, it takes me about 5 minutes to figure out how to share a tab. And Kenny was talking about Naked and Famous and Barney's collabs. That's true. Yeah, it is older than Canada. It was May 2nd, 1660 or 1670. 1670, I think, is when HBC opened up. So there you go. I'm really intrigued now. I don't know what OC ever did for work, but that's very interesting. HBC. So yeah, there you go. I don't need to explain to you HBC. I used to work in the high-end retail landscape once upon a time. I kind of miss it. I was just talking to George in the chat earlier. Maybe in a couple years from now, I'd love to move down to California and maybe get back into it. Work at like John Lobb or something. And have George V and Sean as clients. So I don't have to be in the winter wonderland that is Canada right now. I had 3 or 4 days of blizzards last week, so that's a lot of fun. Got to get out of here, man. Got to get out of here. Okay, Kenny, what do you want me to pull up here? Naked and Famous, Barney's collabs. Naked and Famous Barney collabs. Hold on. Naked and Famous Barney's collabs. Naked and Famous has produced several exclusive collaboration items that were sold specifically through Barney's New York. These are limited edition releases. Naked and Famous, a retailer out of Montreal that makes salvage, really good salvage denim for actually a pretty good price. These weird guy ones. The jewelry company, Miansai, hopefully I'm saying that right. 13-ounce Japanese salvage jeans. Removable brass hook and red rope detail. That sounds actually really interesting. Red twill pocket bags and a red leather patch. Only 50 pairs were made and exclusive release to Barney's New York 2014. I wonder how much those were. We'll check out eBay in a minute. Copy that. Naked and Famous Big John Weird Guy. I've heard of the Big John ones before. 2011. That's when I was selling for an independent store, actually. I had a little job on the side for an independent retailer called Denali here in Winnipeg. Worked there for 6 months. And that was in January 2012. My apologies. My bad. 2011, I was still at HR. Big John, the first Japanese denim manufacturer. These 14-ounce salvage jeans were reproduction of the first ever Japanese denim jeans featuring Big John rivets and buttons. They were reportedly only available at Barney's in New York. Kenny, what's go to the images. Okay. Just gonna ask, go to the images. I was told there'd be steak and spirits. Lucha Bedek. How are you, my friend? I was just saying earlier that this is the first time in 6 or 7 months I've been on my iMac, and I totally forgot like how to set this whole thing up. And also, I have a new phone. I got a new phone a couple weeks ago, and my new iPhone, I can't drop over my images. Like it's just an absolute shit show over here. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I'll try and pull up steak in a little bit, but we'll talk. Well, okay, Lucha. Maybe I should pull up your Instagram later when we're done, because you're always the food maniac. You always posted the great pictures of your steak and stuff. But I got to stop jumping all over the place here like the king of ADHD. That's why I should change my name from the AliExpress Champagne Pappy to AliExpress ADHD, because I'm all over the map here. Sorry, fam. I'll get better. Okay, images. That's what happens when you're out of practice and it's been a year and a half. I don't even know how that's possible. Since this isn't one of the 5 approved watch brands, OC is downvoting this stream right now as we speak. Oh, okay, that's cool with the hook. I see. That'd be interesting. That's pretty cool. That's really cool, actually. I like that. Is this showing on the stream? Oh, it's not. When I click the photo to enlarge it, it doesn't show. Okay, I guess I have to share this tab. Sorry, guys. I'm an idiot. Here we go. So that's very cool with the fish hook, the tab there. I don't know what it goes to though. Like if this is the hook, I'm assuming you can well, you wouldn't really want to hook up your key stack because it's open. We don't want to have ads on here that are against capitalism. We're pro-capitalism. Hook and cord detail. Okay, what was the cord all about? Let's try and figure it out. Back to share this tab. Oni. Yeah, that's really nice. Really great salvage there. I don't know how people ever get it to this point. I blow out the crotch before I ever get to this point, although I don't keep stuff in my back pockets, but even so, like I don't know how people do this. Like the crotch wears out faster than I can get it to, you know, stuff like this. I'm taking Lucha's advice to what he told me a long time ago, because to actually be on camera. Since I think all the other streams I had my camera off, but trying out some new stuff with the camera in a different place, different camera, different setup. So I'm gonna try and do this a little bit more often going forward. Maybe I will even do one tomorrow morning. I mean, let's not get crazy. Let's not do 2 in 2 days. And I haven't done 1 in a year and a half, but second crotch. I know. Take it to Tam. Take it to Tam. Got to get that saddle patch. Although, you know, Denali always recommends you take it to Paris Taylor's on Grant Avenue. So that's actually, I actually have never gotten Tam to do a saddle patch. He knows how to do it, but you know what? My Naked Famous that you got me to buy, Kenny, like last winter, the Elastane stretch salvage ones, they're ready. They're ready to go. The seams are really starting to wear, so I should probably take those. I'll take them to Tam. And I can take my blazer, my ivory dinner jacket, and also my brown dinner jacket. I got to buy the vest for that, though. Not brown dinner jacket, sorry, brown sport jacket. Thanks, Lucha. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully your holiday season's going well and you're getting some good time off. And I don't know, was the dealership open today on Friday? Since I don't think dealerships are open here since it's Boxing Day in Canada, but I believe it's business as usual in the US of A today. Pol Roger. It's good, but it's not, let me just, how do I do this here? Let me just do the full screen for the pour. Also gotta make sure I don't drop the water on the extension cord that's underneath me. Or maybe I should, you know, just end it all. Drip, drip, drip. It's good, yeah. I mean, Winston Churchill, eat your heart out. It's your favorite champagne, but like, it's not. This one is not for me. All right, Kenny. Family's tuning out. Thanks. You can catch if you feel so inclined, if you're bored tomorrow on Saturday, you can check out the replay and watch what you missed. It won't be anything special, but you know what? Help a brother out. Give me some views. Give me some views. Okay, thanks, Kenny. Thanks for everything. Have a good night. Happy holidays to all the Ingrams. Enjoy the time off. Absolutely, business must go on. That's right, Friday. If you're in the Pittsburgh area and you want a Jeep, go see Lucha. Okay, well, Kenny's gone, so you know what that means. Even though OC's probably gone. Design yours today. Okay, hold on. There we go. Oops, I'm not in New Brunswick. There you go. Doxed! This photo was taken outside Casa OC. So these were the These are the production shots. Now he's finally getting his own. So, you know what? Maybe I should build a Jeep since Lucha's around. If OC's here, type something in the comments. Otherwise, I should do a Jeep first while Lucha's around. But I will do a BMW at some point. I love the 5 Series. To me, like, I love Audis. I don't like BMWs they've kind of lost me in the last couple of years, in the last 6 or 7 years with their design influences, like on the interior. I love the outside. Well, I'm not super huge on the big kidneys, but the insides, I really preferred Audi in the last number of years. But, and this is a big but, if I wanted to buy an amazing sedan, I'm going with an M5. As much as I love the A5 Sportback, to me the ultimate driving sedan is probably an M5. Although I'm a Cadillac guy, it'd be really interesting to see like a stacked M5 go head to head with like the CT5V. I honestly don't. There's a chance I could take the Cadillac, but just the M5s. Oh man, they just look so good. Oh, did you? Eh? Wait, what year? I wonder if you want. Like, I could drop the link. Have I ever done that? I honestly don't know if I've ever done that. I think I did once. I don't even know how to find the link. 2018 Caddy has better lines. The Caddies are pretty nice. They're pretty sexy. If you wanted to come on for a bit, Lucha, you could if you wanted. If I could figure out how to do the link. Share your referral link. I think that's how it is. I think that's what it is. But no pressure. It doesn't really matter. I'm fine doing it OC style, just talking to myself. That's cool too. And you got the new Starbucks, man. Like, I almost want you to come on. Like, you're an absolute animal. Just trading watches like nobody's business. Hey, just got the Starbucks now. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of how you just power through. You're like, yeah, I've had it. Time to get a new link. Drop the link. Okay, I'm gonna try. And I think it's the referral link, right? No, that's for StreamYard. Maybe I dropped the StreamYard link. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I can't believe it's been a year and a half since I've done this. While that's waiting, I'm gonna check the WhatsApp. Oh, there we go. Sick. What's up, brother?
What's happening, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. It's good to see you on.
You too. Thank you. Is everything, like, you can hear me okay and everything?
Absolutely.
Excellent. So what's new, man? You having a good holiday season, time off and all that stuff?
I don't get a lot of time off, but I did get a nice Christmas bonus, and I did buy a new one.
Very good. Let's okay, hold on. Let me try and do this. Oh, no.
There you go. Boom.
Boom, the Starbucks. I will try.
Sweet.
There we go. Solo layout.
There you go.
That's a nice
I'll be
watch.
officially, my CCM goalie mask will make me officially approved in Canada.
Officially approved. CCM. You're officially approved because you've got so many legendary Canadians in the Pittsburgh family. So
Yes.
nice. So okay, I gotta ask, what left the collection to make the room for that? Or you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Did you get rid of anything?
I did. I did get rid of one. I did get rid of one. And I don't even know why, because I just got it. But I couldn't get this one out of my head. Because I saw some guy in the supermarket wearing it. And I was like stalking him. Trying to get a better look at it. And my Omega AD got one in. And there you go. The new Planet Ocean is gone. That's what I said.
I didn't see that coming. The new Planet Ocean, and you are Mr. Omega, and you traded it for a Starbucks.
I know.
Rolex.
What is wrong with
what?
It's mind blowing.
It is mind blowing.
But I really like it.
Yeah, that's.
It's just.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, the color's pretty sweet.
That's really nice.
What are you gonna do?
So okay, what's in the collection right now? Like, so you got this.
I got this. I got the turquoise Aquaterra. I've got the OP41. I've got
any Speedies?
No, I dropped the Speedy. I sold the Speedy.
Sold the Speedy, eh?
Yeah.
Kind of surprised that I'm kind of surprised that you still have the Aquaterra. A little bit.
I do really like that one. So that has the new bracelet on it.
That's true. Okay. Yeah.
Which is really cool. And it's just I get a lot of compliments on it because the dial is just pictures don't do it justice, you know. It's pretty cool now. I thought about getting the black one. In fact, I was buying the black one when, you know, something that I don't have an IWC, George.
He probably has one in the bank. He's just not admitting it.
Yeah. No, I would admit it. It would make George insane. It would make him go crazy. I've only ever owned 2 IWCs in my life.
That's too many, according to George.
According to George, it's far too far gone.
I gotta say, I would always laugh like on a Sunday morning when this type of banter would go back and forth between you and him with the IWC.
Yes.
And you'd pull it up, and then George would pop into the comments like, "What is happening?
What is going on? Why is it every time I turn on this show, there's an IWC on the screen?
Every time I log in, IWC."
George says my 2 is actually 4 too many.
Gotta be in the negatives.
Yes.
Like,
George likes the on Janor.
He does, eh?
He does.
I gotta say, like, I'm kind of surprised for all the hate towards the IWC. Like, I'm kind of like agnostic towards it. I can take it or leave it. Like, I don't mind some of them. I don't know if I would buy one, but like, I kind of like the idea of some of what they have. But
they're pilot's watches.
Yeah, like to me, there's other brands I would go more scorched earth on than IWC.
Actually, George doesn't know this, but there's always an IWC when I'm on, because that picture over my shoulder is an IWC pilot's chronograph AMG.
That's gonna subconsciously one day that's gonna somehow get into the collection.
Yeah, it was.
It was, eh?
Yeah, that was the carbon fiber dial one.
Oh, okay. You didn't have that one for a long time though, right?
It doesn't have any shiny bits. I like some shiny.
Who'd win the Stanley Cup between the Jets and the Pens? Well, probably the Pens, because the Jets suck.
Well, the Pens would win the first 2 periods of every game and then just give it away.
I honestly, I think I've watched 2 Jets games this year. I've just been so like not even into it. I don't know what their deal is this year. Like they were so, I mean, President's Trophy last year.
Yeah.
And then this year, it's just people are saying, "Oh, it's because Ehlers is gone." I don't know how that can be it. Like Ehlers wasn't that good of a player.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the Rangers too. I mean, there's a lot of weird shit. Edmonton's
horrible.
They just traded for Tristan Jarry. God bless their souls.
I didn't think they did get rid of Skinner, and now he's in your neck of the woods.
Now we have Skinner giving up 6 every night he plays.
Yeah, I mean, like that's kind of not really exactly shocking. I mean, he didn't always play the best with Edmonton, so I'm kind of surprised that Pittsburgh took him. But what was I gonna say? Vancouver is a train wreck.
Oh my God,
Toronto's not playing well.
Who got Hughes?
Minnesota. Yeah. So I always hated watching Minnesota because they were so boring. They just trapped central. Although, you know what? If I were the Jets, I probably would have took a flyer on Dumba like a month ago or whenever he was on waivers or something. They probably could have picked him up, but they didn't. But I don't know what the latest is with him. Like he could be riddled with injuries for all I know. I have no idea. I just know that he was usually pretty good.
He wasn't playing horrible, but they sent him to. I guess he's in Wilkes-Barre. I would assume.
That's crazy. If he's playing in Wilkes-Barre in the AHL, that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like I definitely even though I never liked the guy, but he was always usually one of Minnesota's better defensemen. Like I definitely would have picked him up if I could have got him for nothing. I absolutely would have grabbed him for sure.
I think his contract's like 3.5, 3.25, something like that. So it's not horrible.
Yeah. And like Taves hasn't done, like I love having the guy, but like I'm actually surprised how quiet he's been.
Taves hasn't done much. He was away for 2 years, but even before that, he wound down fast. Like, he has. I
think he's only got 2 points in the last like 2 months or something.
Sid's going to score 50 this year. 38 years old. It's killing it.
Did you hear the rumors last year about people? I don't know if this was only like in the Winnipeg area, but everyone was going hard last year for Cheveldayoff to trade for Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like Pittsburgh was so bad last year and Winnipeg was number 1. It's like, oh, cup contender. Like, oh, he'll come to Canada, cup contender. Like with him, we'd for sure win the cup. And then other people were like, he's not leaving Pittsburgh. Like he's not going to do it.
So
what would Winnipeg give up anyway? Like,
I think part of it is he wants to be a one-team guy.
Yeah,
he did just pass Mario for all-time, leading scorer. It took him like an extra 600 games. Because Mario didn't even play 1,000 games.
That doesn't surprise me. I don't know what his career stats are like for games, but like he with his health problems and the cancer and all that, like, but that's in a way that's even more incredible.
Yeah, I mean he's damn near 2 points a game. When he retired the first time, he was over 2 points a game. That's
and
mind-boggling.
He retired in what, 97 the first time?
First time I think was 96 or 97, yeah.
96, 97, yeah. And then he came back in like, I think it was late 01.
Yeah.
Early 02, something like that.
Something like that. I remember he came back against Toronto.
Yeah, it was against Toronto because I remember I was actually at the Winnipeg Arena because we had since we didn't have the Jets at the time, but I remember being at the Moose game.
Oh, the Moose.
And that might have still been IHL. I don't know if the AHL came in. I think the AHL came in 2004, I think. Mm-hmm. So that was probably still IHL. And I remember my next door neighbor who played junior hockey.
Yeah.
Or like midget, whatever. He was doing the 50-50. He was selling 50-50 tickets. And I remember going up to him in the concourse there, and they had the Pens Leafs game on. He's like, "Did you know Mario scored a goal?" And I was like, "No, like I was watching the Moose game. I didn't know." So that was cool.
Hey, I think he had a goal and an assist in that game.
Yeah. It must have been 01 because then he was on Canada for the 02 Olympics. So it must have been fall of 01. It must have been.
Yeah, because he sort of took some time off from the Penguins. He wasn't doing that great health-wise. So he left the Penguins, the team he owned, and just kind of got himself in shape for he wanted big deal. Him and Gretzky wanted to bring the gold back to Canada.
That's right. Yeah. It was
Utah, right? That was Salt Lake.
Salt Lake City. Yeah. It was you could cut the tension with a knife. Like I remember I was in junior high, but I remember like in the country, like it was high pressure. It was like people were really on edge. Because it was going to be a national embarrassment. Like if you don't, and even though USA had a really good team, but it was like if Canada doesn't win, it's been 50 years. Like this will be bad.
The thing around here was there were radio talk show hosts that said you're like a Canadian communist if you're rooting for Mario.
That's funny.
They were all it was a big thing like who do you root for? You know, same thing when Sid scored the golden goal. You know, I'm watching that game. I'm like, God, like if Canada's gonna win, I'd like to see Sid score. But that means the U.S. loses. I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, for me, for the Vancouver one, I think the Vancouver one was even higher stress because it was on home ice.
Home ice.
And it's like you already had the gold from, you
had a lot of gold. Well, Canada had a lot of gold in that Olympics. They won a lot of gold.
It's the best they've ever done. I don't think they've ever beaten that since.
Wasn't that the last event? Wasn't that the hockey game? Or one of the last
for NHLers?
No, for that Olympics.
That was the last. I think it was the last event of the Olympics.
There was the tension. Even just watching it on TV, you could feel it.
Oh yeah, it was like there's only been maybe one or two other sporting events where I felt nauseous watching, and that was one of them. Like I remember watching overtime with my dad, and I was because it was, to me, that was even
getting to overtime had to be deflating.
Yeah,
because I can't remember the dude's name now, but he scored really late.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either, but yeah, it was a late goal.
Yeah,
that pushed it to overtime, and it was like I remember that intermission. Like it was like, oh man, like I need to go outside. I need to go outside and sit in a snowbank and cool down.
Stick my head in some snow, eh?
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is like I've never been a huge Crosby fan, and I remember at that time, it's funny thinking back because back then, like he was only like 22 or 23.
He was young. Yeah, he was really young, and he didn't have a great Olympics.
No, but he was already like a god,
like
a hockey god. So, but I remember thinking like I was almost kind of like chapped that Crosby scored because I was like, oh, here we go. Because I didn't really like I have respect. I've earned and learned. I've gotten a lot more respect for him over the years, and like I've grown to like him, but back then I didn't like him.
Yeah, I argue with the kids all the time because they're like Crosby's the best ever. I'm like, I wouldn't say that. You know, I've said, he's not the best Penguin ever because.
Well, this is Lemieux,
Lemieux is, and they argue all the time. Oh no, he did this. He doesn't have really. Like, I said,
Lemieux is a better player.
Yeah, if you had to pick a team and you could have for one season and every player at the height of their powers, the pick is Lemieux.
Yeah, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, he's 6'4". He can dance. He can just fast.
Amazing hands.
He scored like 40 shorthanded goals. He killed penalties.
Yeah,
Crosby can't kill penalties. He used a wooden stick, for God's sakes.
Yeah, and the thing with Lemieux is Lemieux was one of the best pure goal scorers. He was a better goal scorer than Gretzky ever was. Yeah. He had more talent when it comes to goal scoring.
Yeah, just pure talent. I've never seen anything like him.
Yeah,
he was good and I think McDavid is amazing.
Yeah,
because what he does at speed is amazing. But I would still pick Lemieux.
Oh, that's a tough call. Lemieux versus McDavid. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I don't know. It sure wouldn't be Austin Matthews, that's for sure.
Nah, it sure wouldn't be Austin Matthews. I watched. There's a couple of the Steve Dangle and a couple of people I watch every once in a while on the YouTube, just because they're beside themselves all the time over the Leafs. Ice Logan says, I respect Crosby more than McDavid. Crosby
I probably would agree with that.
Great ambassador for the game, and he is even more maybe than Lemieux. Like he's just, there's something about him and the way that he carries himself, and there's not even an ounce of controversy.
No,
you would get a little bit of controversy every once in a while with Lemieux,
Yeah,
but never anything, like absolutely zero.
Well, I'll tell you one local case of the controversy is, to this day, like, Lemieux is not liked here because anytime they would play the Jets, he got the flu.
Yeah,
it was the Winnipeg flu, and he would almost never play here. And to this day, like 35 years later, people are pissed
at him.
Like you're a Canadian, you come here once a year, and you don't play. Like, that happened more often than not. And so to this day, people hate Lemieux here for that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. But yeah, like what Ice Loca said, like I did gain a lot of respect for Crosby over the years for stuff like that. Like, just like how he's conducted himself, how he's always, been a great ambassador for the league. Peyton Manning was the same too. I never liked Peyton Manning back in the day when he was with the Colts.
Yeah.
But then, like, kind of towards the end, like, he was just so good. I was like, how can I not like this guy?
Right. He was really good. He was really good.
Yeah. And then he went to the Broncos, which were my team, and I was like, okay, well, I don't like okay, whatever.
I'll take another Super Bowl. Oh, you'll love this then. So twice I won the Chrysler. They used to have a sales managers contest every year. It was some weird formula, sales versus objective, whoever the most over their objective. But the grand prize if you won in your group was a trip to the Super Bowl, and I won it twice.
You went to the Super Bowl 2 times?
I saw Brett Favre win against the Patriots in New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
And then, was it 2 years later? It was 2 years later. I was at Elway's last game in Miami.
Yeah, so Elway, that would have been 98.
Yeah.
So then the Favre one, I think, was 96.
Yeah, that sounds right. The tickets are on my desk at work, or I pull them out.
So when did Chrysler or anybody stop doing that? Like early 2000s? Yeah,
early 2000s they stopped. It was a great thing. Like, it was really cool. It was really cool to win.
Which city was better experience, Miami or New Orleans?
So it was so totally different. The experience was better in New Orleans because we stayed in the Hotel Monteleone, like a block off of Bourbon Street.
Okay.
So you were in the thick of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
in the party and in the stuff. When I went to Miami, we actually stayed on Marco Island at the Marco Island Marriott Golf Resort and bussed over on game day.
Okay.
So I took my dad to the New Orleans game. We're on the plane. We're into the Super Bowl, and I said, "Look, we're even."
He probably said, "Yeah."
all the shit I had told as a kid, we are now even.
Yeah. He's probably like,
"All right,
that's
the Super Bowl fair." But yeah, that was a good time. I could have sold those tickets for. I could have gotten at the time. This is '96. I could have gotten $7,500 for a ticket.
Oh, man, 30 years ago.
Those Green Bay fans. So they knew. I didn't know how it worked. I hadn't gone before. You go that morning at breakfast. They had a big thing, and you just stuck your hand in and pulled out an envelope. Those were your seats. Mm-hmm. Anywhere, we had okay seats. But these Green Bay Packer fans, remember, they hadn't been to the Super Bowl in a long time at that point, and they were dying. And just there were a lot of guys sold their tickets.
Yeah.
And didn't go, but I was there with my dad and kind of wanted to go to the Super Bowl. How often,
No, it's once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And except you got to do it twice in 4 years.
Who would have thought 2 years later I'd be back, but.
So who were you and your dad rooting for?
He was rooting for the Pats because I'm originally from Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I was rooting for Green Bay because I'm originally from Massachusetts.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and so so that would have been pre-Belichick. So was that Parcells?
Belichick, yeah, it was Parcells, and
Yeah,
that was the game when leading up to the game. All the rumors were swirling that he was leaving.
And was that his last one?
I think it was. I think the next year, because Belichick was his defensive coordinator on that team.
Oh, he was, eh? He wasn't in Cleveland still. Okay.
Uh,
I didn't know. I don't know what year he came over from Cleveland.
I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe he was. Maybe that's not right.
I think he was a DC though. I just don't know who he was a DC for.
Well, he was a DC for the Giants with Parcells forever.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where he came up, and then he went to You know what? I'm pretty sure he was on. He was with the Patriots with Parcells, because I think '95 was the year that Cleveland left for Baltimore.
Yeah, I think so.
That would have been his last year in Cleveland.
Yeah, because Baltimore had a CFL team, I think, in '94.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they won the Grey Cup. The only American team to win the Grey Cup.
Yeah. The only thing I really ever remember about the Grey Cup was when I was a kid and we first got cable television. I'm much older than you. The ESPN would broadcast Canadian.
CFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had no rights to anything.
No. And I would watch this guy and I would just be like, why isn't and I remember thinking, why isn't this guy in the NFL? It was Warren Moon on the Edmonton Eskimos. Just slinging it. And I'm like, why is this guy not on an NFL team? And a few years later, he came down to Houston.
Yeah, they won 5 championships in a row.
Yeah, he was incredible.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He was very good. That team was pretty good. That's the only time anyone has ever won 5 championships in a row in the CFL. Like, actually, my team, the Blue Bombers, have just this year, they finally didn't make it to the championship, but the previous 5, they made it to 5, but they didn't win all 5.
Right.
But yeah, that Edmonton team, Warren Moon, was unbelievable. And they had, and his backup was Damon Allen, Marcus Allen's brother.
Right.
And Damon Allen had he's one of the best QBs also in CFL history. Like, he's also up on the Mount Rushmore. He had an outstanding career, won a bunch of championships too. But yeah, that's because I remember watching 20 years ago, when Chris Berman would do Countdown. Yeah. Sunday night when the Grey Cup would be on, he would show 60 seconds of Grey Cup. Yeah. It was awesome because once in a while, I remember one time the Bombers played the Alouettes, and I was like, I got to see the Bombers on ESPN. And he would be like, Alouette, and it was because he was with ESPN in the 80s when that's all they had. Right. That's what they had. That's, the Alouettes. What did I just see? There's the guy who does old Sports Illustrated writer. I can't remember his name now. He has a YouTube show where a lot of times he'll take deep dives into old people. And he did a show on Vince Ferragamo. Yeah. And he played for the Alouettes. Yeah, he bombed out with the Alouettes. He did nothing with them, because he quarterbacked the Rams to the Super Bowl for the Dynasty Steelers team's 4th and final ring when they won the 4 and 6 years. Oh, so they played the Rams in that one. They played the Rams in that last one. Interesting. I didn't. But. Oh, yeah, because the Steelers, for some reason I was thinking Steelers are NFC, but no, they're AFC. So, yeah. Steelers won 74, 75, 78, 79, and then 05 and 09 or something like that. Yeah, don't the Steelers, do they have the most championships, or is the Patriots have one? Tied with the Patriots. They're tied with the Patriots. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I like the Tom Brady years of the Patriots, but the fact that they lost to New York both times, that pisses me off. But then they shouldn't have beat Seattle. That's true. They shouldn't have beat the Seattle one. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's. Oh, and you know what? You could also say he probably shouldn't have beat Atlanta. Or maybe they should have. I don't know. Maybe that's. Yeah, I mean, those are 2 games that could have gone the other way. So
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say people talk about New England. I'm like, it really wasn't I mean, it was two guys basically that were there the whole time, Belichick and Brady.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of that, it's hard to call it a dynasty because it wasn't one team, and it was such a long period of time.
There's huge turnover on the roster.
Yeah, so you could say dynasty like about the Chiefs, what they've done recently.
Yeah.
Then the thing with the Steelers was nobody had won 3 Super Bowls when they won their third. Nobody had won 4, obviously, the next year. I mean, they went back-to-back twice. They won 4 Super Bowls in 6 years with mainly the same cast of characters. Bradshaw, Franco Harris, Rocky Bleier, Lynn Swann, John Stallworth,
Joe Green,
Mike Webster, L.C. Greenwood, Dwight White, Jack Ham, Jack Lambert, Mel Blunt, Donnie Shell, Mike Wagner in the back. Yeah, I mean, those guys all had 4 Super Bowl rings. That's pretty.
That's a good point, actually. Like, they didn't have much changes. It was basically the same guys the whole time. Like, when you think about it, like, I was always kind of sad for someone like Randy Moss. Like, the 1 year he joins them is the 1 year that they don't win.
Right.
And like other guys like that. I want to mention this comment for George. Costco offering the Super Bowl experience. So, like, what are we talking about here? This is like a package, like a travel package through Costco holidays or something. That must have been incredible.
Yeah.
The Niners team of the 80s were the best. I knew he was going to say that. Oh, those guys. I used to have a Jerry Rice jersey. I wish I got rid of it. I wish I still had it.
Joe Montana, Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Oh, I loved when I would play football in that Rice jersey. I actually played at Winnipeg Stadium once, and I wore that Rice jersey, and I dominated.
Nice.
Yeah. My dad even was there. Like, he was like, "Oh, I'll come by and I'll take some video." Because like we're talking like beer league hockey, but like for football.
Right.
So like I always wanted to like rent, and I think it was the last year of the stadium before the Winnipeg Blue Bombers moved to their new stadium, which looks a lot like, it's very similar to Seattle Stadium. That's kind of how it looks now. But the old one was from like the 50s.
Yeah.
It was like 35,000, so it wasn't like NFL standard, but it was old, it was big, it was cool playing on like the big league field.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, how often do you get to play on like the big league field? Like, never. So we rented the field out, and we had a game there, and I remember I had a couple touchdowns in that game, but my dad was so busy taking like video of like the stadium.
Yeah.
Like, he missed like my reception. I had like a 65-yard touchdown. Or something.
He missed it.
And he got me like barely crossing the goal. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, record the game.
That's such a dad thing.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, this is what field level is like.
Yeah.
Although my friends, because like all the wives and girlfriends were there too, and they were like on the sideline. So like my good friend's wife, she had, because my friend and I both bought Canon cameras like right at around the same time.
Okay.
So his wife had his new camera, and she was taking pictures. She actually got some pretty good photos of it. So at least there's that. There's like one of me, like I got the full like 80 49ers jersey on. I'm like looking towards the camera, and there's nobody around. Like, I'm just like gazelling it to the end zone on our 110-yard long field. Which they're changing, by the way. I know you probably don't know that, but people are really upset that they're Americanizing the game.
Oh, they're going with 100 by 50.
They're changing it to the width is still the same, so it's still like whatever 60 yards wide or whatever, but they're shortening it. So they're getting rid of the center line, so there's no more 55-yard line. They're doing only 100 yards.
5-yard.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's kind of bizarre. It was very unique.
I remember when I first started, like I said, it was on ESPN. I'm like, what
the hell is this? I can imagine that being really weird, seeing that for the first time. And like the motion, although motion is awesome. Like when you're playing it, I prefer playing Canadian rules to American rules. It's so much more fun. So yeah, they're getting rid of the 55-yard line. The end zones are 20 yards. They're shortening them to 15. So they're not going right to 10.
Okay.
And the thing that kind of bugs me the most is, so right now the field goal, the uprights are on the goal line.
Yeah.
It's always been that way because the end zone is so big. There's never been worry about running into anything.
Right.
And they're moving them to the back. And I don't agree with that because to me, points are scored on the goal line.
My thing is, I want to see the NFL move to a 15 or 20-yard end zone. But the caveat, move the goalpost back to
even farther.
20.
Okay.
Because it's become such a field goal league.
That'd be interesting. That'd be cool.
That would be one way to make field goals harder. Because these guys are bombing these kicks now. I was a kid, a 40-yard kick was a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't guaranteed. Now 50 is almost guaranteed. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you. That'd be really cool. I've always thought the 10-yard end zones they're just not big enough.
No, absolutely not.
No.
There's no reward for getting inside the 10.
Yeah.
Because the field is so compact at that point.
Exactly. Like I understand why in the NFL the goal or the posts were moved to the back. Like I understand it. In the CFL, I think they should have kept that. I think they should have kept it on the goal line. Points are scored on the goal line. I think they're getting rid of the rouge, which I know a lot of people don't like that. That's how you can get a single point for basically kicking it out through the back or not returning. That was a very quintessential Canadian thing. But I love the bigger field. It's so much more. You can just do so much stuff on it. Like it's why, well, not this Olympics. Evidently, it's shorter than NHL. But normally, I like Olympic hockey because the rink's a little bit bigger. Yeah, I don't know why they're not playing international ice. That was always the thing. Like when when the Olympics are in North America, they play on NHL ice. Although Salt Lake City is national ice.
Yeah. But
like this is in Europe. Why is it on?
And it's not even regulation. It's not even NHL regulation. It's like 3-4 feet short.
It's 3 or 4 feet too short. Yeah. That's like the type of hockey I play beer league on.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
Playing in the old Boston Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, like they're saying, like if it's not ready in time, like I don't know what the deadline is, but the league will say if it's not ready in time, we're not going to do it.
It sucks because one of the best, you can talk dream team. NBA players playing, but the NHL is so much of an international game.
Yeah,
that you're going to have 2, 3, or 4 really good rosters with NHL talent on them. Like, was it in Nagano when Yager and the Czechs won?
Yes, yeah, they beat Canada in the
nowhere. Yeah, you're always going to have that possibility because the talent level internationally is so much. The NBA's gotten better, but let's face it, forever, if you had NBA players playing, you're just guaranteed the gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the competition, it's so much greater.
Yeah.
Although now it's finally starting to even out. There's I don't know, like 10 Canadians in the NBA now.
Yeah.
For Canada actually.
10 too many, man.
10 too many. Stick to hockey.
Where's your skates?
It's like how Canada actually even has like a soccer team now, but it's like none of them are born here. They're all born in Africa, but they moved here when they're like 2.
Yeah.
So like they're Canadians, but it's like it's not like it's a bunch of white guys like it was in '86.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting this year. The World Cup. You gonna pay attention to that at all?
Minorly.
Yeah.
The thing is, I always get pissed at ESPN because on the top 10 they always have like 2 soccer players in there, and I'm like, why are you trying to shove soccer down my throat?
Is it MLS or is it like Premier League?
It's like it could be anything. It could be MLS. It could be a college game. They have to throw them on Sports Center.
You know what the funny thing is? Okay, so you didn't see the beginning of this stream, did you?
No.
So I mentioned earlier on that like a couple months ago, I found by mistake this website. I think it's called tvpass.org or something.
Okay.
And I don't know how, but I can watch American cable through this website for free. And there's no ads, there's no pop-ups, nothing. Like it is a clean site.
Oh, nice.
So I can watch ESPN and like, because we don't get ESPN in Canada, we have TSN.
Yeah,
TSN will play some of the ESPN stuff, but I can't watch American Sports Center. I can't watch 90% of the American programming. But during the pandemic, we got to watch, because for whatever reason, TSN laid off like everybody. So they would play Scott Van Pelt Sports Center.
Okay.
So that was like,
yeah.
That was the first time I got to watch American Sports Center in a long time. Like I got to see the odd clip once in a while, like 20 years ago, but so I was like, oh, this is incredible. Like I get to watch the American one. So now I found this website and I was watching it. And like a month or two ago, Canada has a Canadian Premier Soccer League. Scott Van Pelt on Sunday led with the championship game from Calgary. I almost crapped my pants and fell off my chair because it was like a blizzard in McMahon Stadium where the Stampeders play.
Okay.
He led with it.
He led with it.
And it wasn't just like one goal. He played the whole highlights. I couldn't believe it. I think it was probably because of the weather, because it was like crazy snow.
Yeah.
But it just reminded me of the Chris Berman thing, like when they would play Grey Cup stuff.
Yeah. One of the first times I remember, like distinctly remember a Berman, Chris Berman doing one of his funny nicknames. Mm-hmm. Do you remember it was Easter Eve, and the Capitals and Islanders were playing in Game 7, and it went 4 or 5 overtimes. Pat LaFontaine finally scored to win the game, and they would have like a mini sports center in between every period and every period of overtime. And there was a guy that played, I think he played for the San Diego Padres, named Rick Shue. And he kept calling him, and he hit a home run or something. He goes, and then up comes Rick Really Big Shoe. And I heard it over and over and over again as that game went on.
Yeah, Berman, I love the guy, but he did have some cringe moments. I think that's why people got tired of him doing the home run derby.
Yeah. But speaking of the home run derby, George says the World Series was awesome this year.
Yeah, he would. George would say that, Mr. Dodger. Yeah. Mr. Dodger. That was, that was an incredible World Series. Toronto blew it. They had their chance.
Yeah.
And they couldn't capitalize. And the more experienced team won.
Yeah.
Like really, Toronto should have put it away, and they just didn't.
They should have won it. I think it was it in the 9th when Connor Falefa, you guys got him from the Pirates. He didn't break on that ground ball.
Yeah.
And he broke right away, he scores. Especially with the catcher lifting his foot and having to put it back down.
Crazy. That was like, can you imagine if that's how you win the World Series? It was on like by like a quarter of an inch.
I know. That was just insane.
That was an absolutely incredible World Series. I can't believe that it went to extra innings in the 7th game. And they had multiple games in extra innings. Like, yeah. I mean, I like the Dodgers. So that was a tough one. Like that was tough. I was originally, I probably wasn't rooting for Toronto. But then just how they played the first couple of games, I was like, okay, like I'm on the bandwagon.
I'm going.
Like LA won last year. I was like, I want to see it happen. I want to see it.
Canada.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And I got to say, like that, I forget what game it was, but that one anthem they had at Sky Dome, that was one of the most incredible anthems I've ever seen in my life. Like it was, I don't know if that was game. I don't know if it was 1, 2, or 5. I don't remember, but it was one of them. It was like, holy smokes. Like that was some poetry right there. Like some theater, absolute theater. Ooh, cheating. You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think
Game 1.
Astros.
Game 1. I guess the anthem, yeah.
He might have been in the Astros. A little bang on it.
The Astros. Okay, gotcha. There's a local guy on sports radio here that is a huge Astros fan. His name is Jim Toth. I can't stand it. Everyone was just getting in his grill like when the Astros were winning all those World Series. He was like, I can't hear you. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Who's got the World Series? That I'm 100% with George on that. Like, if I was the commissioner of baseball, I would have taken that championship and that banner away. I'd have been like, you guys aren't getting it. Like even if you can't award it to the Dodgers, I'd be like, then nobody gets it.
Right.
It's like a 1919 Stanley Cup championship, no winner.
No winner.
Because like you can't have that. I don't think they should. You can't have that. If you're cheating, you're cheating.
Right.
How is that any different than what they claim for the other cheaters, like a cork vat, or you're hardcore about Pete Rose and all this other stuff. Well, what about cheating, or like the Black Sox cheating scandal? But yet the Astros can cheat? That's a double standard.
It's pretty bad. Pretty bad for the game.
Yeah.
I wish there were still the Expos. I love their uniforms.
Yeah, they had pretty cool uniforms. I think maybe that team might come back one day. It's hard to say. The stadium is the problem.
Yeah.
And that stupid city, like they're renovating Olympic Stadium again.
Are they really?
Because they're replacing the roof. But it's such a complex thing. It's like $500 million. And that stadium is not adequate for MLB. Like the MLB will not go there.
It was built for what, the 76 Olympics, right?
Yeah, 76 Olympics. But they can't demolish it because it's right above the subway line. So they said it would cost like a $1 to $2 billion to demolish it because we can't implode it because it's above a subway. So we'll have to take it apart and it would be extremely expensive. So we might as well keep it for like events and concerts and stuff. But they can't use it. It's not going to be good enough for baseball.
Right.
So it's literally throwing money after naught. Like they're in an impossible situation. And no one wants to like put money up for a private stadium. And this is actually a good segue because I was going to ask, what do you think about the whole Kansas City thing I heard the other day that they made their decision
out of Missouri to Kansas? Yeah. I always thought it was weird that there were two Kansas cities.
It is weird, yeah.
You know, so close to one another. Yeah,
what does that do for how does that impact the NFL? Like you're losing one of your historic stadiums.
Yes.
Like, is that the right decision? And it's a dome too. Like, really, you're going to build a dome for Kansas City? Come on.
Well, I mean, that's I think one of the advantages that Kansas City has is playing outdoors.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You want to,
it's not Chicago. It's not Minneapolis. Like, you really need a dome?
Yeah. It just gets cold,
Yeah, it's cold. Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, they play outdoors, I think they hope to get a Super Bowl sometime. That's, when you build a dome stadium.
Yeah, but that's proven to be, like, chasing after naught, though, because, like, look at Indianapolis. They've only had one. They're probably not getting another one.
Right.
Minnesota will probably get a second, but I don't think they'll get any more after that. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that show that if you're only building a dome to host a Super Bowl, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not. Detroit got one because that was the Steelers beat the Seahawks.
Yeah.
In Detroit. But
2006.
Nobody had any fun. So the other thing you don't realize, and I realized this because I went to 2. Did I mention I went to 2 Super Bowls?
How many Super Bowls did you go to?
It's very corporate. It's not like going to a home game in your home city.
Yeah, real fans aren't there.
Yeah, it's probably, when I went, it was worse. It's gotten a little bit better fan wise, but when I went, I mean, it might have been 35% team fans, and the rest of it was just all corporate stuff. And those people want to be able to go outside and do stuff, and like you're in Detroit, and it's 10 degrees. Nobody wants to deal with it.
No,
that's not a fun Super Bowl time.
Did they have Super Bowls at the Silverdome too?
I think there might have been one.
They must have. It held like 90,000 people. They must have had one.
I mean, they had WrestleMania there.
Yeah. Where did they play before the Silverdome? It must have been outside because it would have been so long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like Arrowhead because it's so historic. It's like it's starting to become a pretty historic place.
It's a cool looking stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, like I thought of this when talking about the CFL. I remember 25 years ago, there was a couple of really iconic CFL commercials where they sent these guys down to certain American stadiums, and one of them was Arrowhead.
Yeah.
And it was it had like I don't know who it was. It was a newscaster or something. He was talking to like the groundskeeper, and he was like, "Yep, we're having a CFL team come in here. We got to expand. We got to cut out some of these seats. We got to expand the field. Got to make 20-yard end zone." The guy was like, I'm sure it was obviously all scripted, but the guy was like, and it was like for a couple of years they had these really good CFL ads. Like one was our balls were bigger because back then the balls were slightly bigger. CFL ball was slightly bigger. Now it's not. It's basically the same. But 25, 30 years ago, it was a little bit rounder.
Yeah.
And then the year, so in 2000, they had the year 2000, they did those ads. And then the next year they did something about like uniquely Canadian. They talk about field, and they did those. So I thought that was funny when they send the guy to Arrowhead and like, we got to cut these seats out and push the field back and all this stuff.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, they don't, I like the 55-yard line. I'm bummed to hear that. I really am. I'm just like, I like the 20-yard end zone.
The guy's getting a lot of heat. And the funny thing is before he only became the commissioner a year ago. This was his first year as commissioner, and he made all these radical changes, and people are pissed. And before that, he was like president of TSN, like Canada's sports network. So like, and TSN basically saved the CFL. Like the CFL was almost bankrupt, like 25 years ago, and TSN paid them tons of money for the rights because CBC used to have the rights. And then CBC got out of CFL and TSN got it exclusively, which was a whole nother controversy.
CBC got out of hockey too, right?
They used to do hockey, but now they also lost that years ago to now one of the cable networks. It's called Sportsnet. But so people were outraged because they're like, well, the Canadian Football League isn't going to be on basic TV anymore. It's going to be on cable.
Yeah.
How that's not fair. I can't watch the CFL or the Grey Cup. It's going to be on cable. I can't watch it. It's like, well, you know what? It's like it's 2007. Get cable. Like who has over the air? Who only has over the air?
It's like I watched 2 NFL games on Netflix yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like stuff changes.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was the president of TSN. So he was so involved with that. So people are like, how, like considering your history, your career history, how are you doing this? And you're neutering the league. Yeah.
Well, you're taking what makes it special. So Canadian football is its own game in some ways because of those rules and because of that field.
Yeah.
It's not like college football, which is, college football truly just a minor league now, with those guys getting paid. But it always kind of was, but it was kind of the same field, it's many of the same rules. Whereas Canadian football, similar game, but with enough little nuances that were different to make it unique.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I know a lot of I know a lot of people here that they detest the CFL. They're like, it's not the NFL is the best and the CFL is Bush League. It's like it's not supposed to be the same.
It's not.
And they don't like it because they're like the NFL is professional. Like, the CFL you only need 1 foot in bounds and like the quality of the players isn't as good. And it's like it's just different.
Right.
Like it's just different. It's not supposed to be the NFL. It's not supposed to be the best in the world. It's still good. And people like compare it to college. It's like these guys are better than college players.
Yeah.
And like the other thing with the CFL is like a lot of the guys, since they can't make it in the NFL, because like they would be like practice squad because the NFL has only a limited amount of spots. So like the guys who are slightly smaller will play in the CFL. So then people are like, well, the CFL is not as good. The guys are smaller. The quality is bad. And it's like, it's just different. Like
it's a different game.
Shouldn't hate on
it. A different game,
Yeah.
So in college, every time you move up, obviously the pool gets smaller and the competition gets better. So when you go from college to the CFL, you've graduated from college to still be able to play professional football.
Mm-hmm.
may not be able to make the NFL, but a lot of guys go there, make their mark. We were talking about Warren Moon, Doug Flutie. I mean, there's guys all the time that come, that end up having, decent NFL careers after, get rediscovered, if you will. But it's smaller doesn't mean worse game. I think it's a faster game, especially with the motion rules and stuff.
Yeah.
In the bigger field and
and an extra man.
Yeah.
An extra player.
I just think it's just a different, it's a different style of football. It's not unenjoyable to watch. I always, anytime, if they catch a game, I'll watch it.
Is there motion in college football?
Not forward.
Not forward motion. Okay.
The big rule that would be the same as the CFL would be the 1 foot in bounds.
Yeah. Yeah, that I knew that they do the 1 foot. I love the motion. Like I always played receiver.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that's always like one of the things that like when these guys come up that like for their first year in the league and they interview them and they're like, so what do you notice the difference? A lot of time it's the two things. It's the field, the size of the field. They can't believe how big it is. And then it's like the motion. They can't. Some guys get used to really quick and other guys, they just don't get it. And the other thing that and I think this is a stupid rule is they have, we don't do a fair catch. They do a no yards. So you're supposed to give them a 5-yard cushion.
Yeah.
Which is really hard to like calculate in your head when the ball's bouncing around and you kind of like got to like go back and forth. Like in your head, you got to like count out the yardage. So stuff like that. And there's another one I'm forgetting, but I think it's like a lot of times when they'll receive a kick, like they'll take the knee.
Yeah.
Like they'll down the ball and it's like, you can't do that here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You'll give up a point. Like you can't just
no point.
Yeah, you can't just down it in the end zone. It's like you have to run that out. Or kick it. Which that's usually only at the end of the game. Like you can technically kick the ball back and it'll be
You can kick it back?
Yeah, so
oh wow. I don't think I remember that rule.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not mixing. That's usually you'd only see it like the very end of a game and usually in the playoffs. Like you can kick in certain circumstances. You can kick the ball. I haven't thought about this in a long time, so I'm trying to remember the rules are. But if the ball is punted, you can punt the ball. If there's a receiver, you could punt it back. And then if you punt it back, your team can try and recover it.
Can you? But the other team has a chance to return the repunt.
I think if the other team gets it, the one who just kicked it initially, I think if they get it, I think it's dead.
Okay.
But I honestly can't remember because I haven't thought about this in a long time. And I haven't played that game in a long time. But yeah, you can. I haven't seen that in a game in probably 15 years.
Uh-huh.
But I remember seeing it in a couple Grey Cups, like really late, like when a team is down to try and get like the rouge. You try the teams are kicking it back and forth. It's like, what's going on?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really exciting. But the thing, that screws up a lot of guys is taking the knee in the end zone. So you can't do that.
Yeah.
Good night, George. Thanks for coming by. We'll talk again soon. We'll DM. We'll see you on the Instagram for the Louis Vuitton blazer. George. Yeah, George was talking about some new clothes, some new duds that he got.
Nice.
Yeah, so the CFL, it's changing. And they're only doing it. They're doing it over 2 years. So it's not everything is taking effect this coming season in 2026. They're doing half, and then the next year is the other half.
I mean, you can't compete with the NFL. So
no.
Why take away what makes the game unique and fun? I don't know.
I remember years ago when we had TSN radio here. We don't have TSN radio anymore, but I remember calling in, and Troy Westwood was one of the hosts in the morning, and he played for the Blue Bombers for like 20 years or something. He was the kicker. He was the last. This is a good trivia question. A lot of people, when they say who's the last player to play with a single bar helmet,
Ah,
It was some kicker, I think, for the Cleveland Browns. That's technically not true. In the NFL, yes, but in pro football, it's Troy Westwood.
okay.
But people don't consider the CFL pro football, but it is pro football. Like, it's
I would
not college.
imagine, yeah, I would imagine in the NFL it would either have been Mark Mosley or Gary Anderson.
I'm going to pull it up. Last single bar. Scott Player.
Scott Player.
Last NFL player to wear a single bar face mask was punter Scott Player, who grandfathered in after the NFL banned them in 2004. Continued to wear his until the final season in 2007.
Wow.
And it says in the UFL was 2009.
Yeah.
But Troy Westwood wore it into 2008 with the Bombers. And then he wore like the type of quarterback wears like the two.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, he was on TSN radio, and I remember.
What was the purpose of the single bar?
Like, what was it? Well, it didn't do nothing, I don't think. I think it was because they had to wear a face mask, but it was like they don't get any contact because they're a kicker.
Every once in a while they do.
But probably not to the face, I guess.
Yeah, I would hope, I guess.
I thought it was cool, like seeing the single bar, but when they got rid of it, I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
I
think Terry Bradshaw used to wear that one that was like came off the top of his helmet. It came down like right around his nose. And he got a concussion in Super Bowl 10 at the end. He threw a touchdown pass to Lynn Swan to win the game, basically. But on that play, he got a concussion because you could just hit people in the head back then. Dude kept running through and just hit him right in the jaw, with his helmet.
Did he break his jaw?
I don't think he broke his jaw, but he definitely had a concussion. Oof. He couldn't finish the game. There it is.
How can I make this bigger? Come on, all these are low-res images.
Yeah,
it's from pre-internet days.
Yes.
Which thing was people were on 4x3 monitors. Yeah, there it is, single bar.
Wow.
So he was host on the radio show. One of the three guys. It was a great morning show. And I remember phoning in and I was like, we were talking about, I firmly thought that at some point the CFL will have to evolve or they'll die eventually. Like it might not be, next year, but like there's always every number of years they talk about financial problems and like 2/3 of the teams have financial problems.
I'm still here. I'm still listening. I'm just going to grab a drink.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So they always talk about this. And I said, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if one day the CFL has to somehow, they already have a partnership with the NFL.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if somehow one day they have to kind of become like a development league. Like the NBA has the D League or the G League, or whatever the hell they're called now. The NHL has the AHL. So I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have to kind of do that somehow. Like what NFL Europe was, but failed.
Yeah.
But because of that, I was like, you'd have to, I wouldn't want them or expect them to full on go to the American game, but I would think you would need to make some sort of changes. Like years ago, I thought about this and I was like, I would probably get rid of the 55-yard line.
Yeah.
I didn't think about getting rid of making the end zone smaller, but to me, just getting rid of that 55-yard line was enough. And I forget some of the other things I thought of, but I was like, you'd have to Americanize it a little bit to make it a little bit more comparable.
Another little known Lucha sports fact. I forget what year it was. Probably 98, maybe 97, 98. My then fiance, future wife, future ex-wife, and she was a German teacher, high school German teacher. So for her Easter break, we went to Amsterdam.
Oh, and they had a team, didn't they?
They had the Amsterdam Admirals, and Kurt Warner was their quarterback.
Right, yes, because he's super religious that he said he found it really hard.
Yeah, so
with everything.
When he became a thing for the Rams, I was like, hey, that's that dude.
That's that guy.
That's that guy. They were selling Warner 13 jerseys in Amsterdam.
Didn't the NFL Europe, wasn't it only around for 1 or 2 or 3 seasons or something?
Yeah, it wasn't a long time. And they would explain things during the game over the PA and sometimes mock people, like players.
See, that's why I find it so fascinating that the NFL is so big now in Europe, is because like back then, like you couldn't pay people to go
Yeah, it was
or give a crap about it.
Yeah, that stadium was half empty. It was a cool stadium.
Yeah, and like I think Munich, there was a couple of German teams, and there was, I don't know if there was one in England.
There's one in Scotland.
Scotland, yeah.
There was Amsterdam. There was something in Spain, like Barcelona or somewhere. I think that there was a German team. It was weird. Look it up.
Pull it up, Kyle.
NFL Europe. So the Scottish team, that was their on the bottom right. I remember those helmets.
I remember there was a couple years that Madden had where you could play as the NFL Europe teams, but I don't remember there being 9 teams. They had I remember at least in that year of Madden, they had less than the CFL, because I was like, wow, CFL only has back then 8 or 9. It was kind of back and forth. It was like NFL Europe only had like 4 or 6, but
Frankfurt Galaxy. Yeah. Oh, Germany had 2 teams. Hamburg Zeta.
What is this? Oh, European football. This is different. Okay, hold on. NFL Europe, founded in 1989.
Damn.
World League of American Football 1991, World League 92, 95 to 97, and then NFL Europa 2007. Wow. Ceased in 2007. 10 teams from 91 to 92, and then 95 to 07, 6. That's what I kind of remember. Yeah. What do you mean Canada? What? There's no Canadian. That's a mistake. 91, 92? What?
Canada have a team for a little bit.
Okay. Teams. Montreal Machine. I've never heard of that before.
There were teams in
World League of American Football 91-92.
I remember some weird ass league.
Okay, I've never heard of that. Maybe this was like a precursor to NFL Europe?
Yeah, it must have been. NFL Europe, here you go. Amsterdam Admirals, Barcelona Dragons, Berlin Thunder. Oh, so there was a bunch of German teams. Cologne, Frankfurt, Hamburg, London Monarchs. There you go.
So realistically, they had 8 to 9 teams at one time.
Yeah.
Scottish Claymores, right?
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, Germany had a lot. That's interesting. Huh.
Well, they probably had U.S. Military bases near all those teams.
Probably, yeah, because doesn't Germany have a bunch of U.S. bases? Yeah. And there's one, I think there's a shared one in Scotland, I think. Or there's one, for sure, there's one in UK that is shared. Interesting.
Yeah, I remember there was a big push to try and make a more of a global presence in Europe, especially concentrated on Europe. So it wasn't, but I remember NFL Europe. I remember now that you say it, the World League of American Football.
Yeah, because wasn't there like a few different? There's the UFL and XFL and World SFL and all that stuff.
XFL was the WWE. That was Vince McMahon's.
Yeah, he had the 2 versions. He had one like a year or 2 ago and then 20 years ago.
Right. And that's where former Steelers quarterback Tommy Maddox came from. The Tommy gun.
Tommy Maddox played in the... I didn't know that he played in the XFL.
He played in the XFL because he was a bust in Denver.
And Doug Flutie played in the USFL? He played in one of those leagues.
I know he played in the CFL.
He played CFL, but I think he played in one of those other leagues too. I think
Jim Kelly definitely played for the Houston Gamblers before he went to Buffalo. Another Pittsburgh guy. Pittsburgh has produced a plethora of Hall of Fame quarterbacks, including Johnny Unitas, Len Dawson, Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Joe Montana.
They're all from Pittsburgh, or are they like born and bred, eh?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that Montana or
Joe Namath.
oh, no way.
Yeah, there's like 7 or 8 of them, I think, that were all from Pittsburgh.
That's a lot of the greats, actually.
Yeah.
Like, that's quite the list.
Yeah.
When you think about it. I didn't know that. Like Dan Marino and Unitas. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, because Dan Marino was from the Oakland section of Pittsburgh, went to Pitt, which is in the Oakland section of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And everyone wanted the Steelers to draft him. They drafted Gabe Rivera that year, a defensive lineman. And he played a few games and had a horrible car accident and crippled himself.
Oof. That's rough. Like paralyzed?
Paralyzed.
Man. Quad or para?
Can't remember. I mean, wheelchair bound, definitely. He had a great nickname. His nickname was Senor Sack.
That's a pretty good nickname.
Good nickname.
So he turned into like a Konstantinov for Detroit Red Wing.
Yeah. But he never, I mean, Konstantinov got to play. You know, this guy played like, literally, it was like 4 or 5 games.
Man. Yeah, I didn't know that. I did not know that Pittsburgh is a quarterback machine.
Yeah. Lots of quarterbacks.
CFL might need to explore Pittsburgh as an option.
Yeah.
You have any plans for the weekend?
I work tomorrow. Yeah. Work tomorrow, and I don't know what I'll do Sunday. Relax a little bit. Now that I have Sundays off. Yeah.
Is there what's any good deals on Chrysler products or
good deals on trucks right now?
Like on Dodges?
Yeah, Rams.
How's the Wagoneer? I know you're posting some photos that you're in a Wagoneer. Do you like it? Is it selling good? I know I was hearing that they weren't selling that well.
So the big Wagoneers are now being branded as Jeeps. That's their latest boy, and they're changing all kinds of stuff with equipment packages and stuff for 26. What I'm driving is a Wagoneer S. That's kind of like a Cherokee size, like a small Cherokee size car. Super cool looking, but it's fully electric, 600 horsepower.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's that thing flies.
So is it 3 rows? 3 rows of seats?
No, it's small. It's small car.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can. I took a picture of something somewhere. Damn, dude. I have way too many watch, food, and dog pictures on my Instagram. Almost like I'm obsessed. Let's see here. Let me see if I can drop this so you can pull it up. Copy. Drop this link, or maybe I can put it in the private chat.
Oh yeah, there's a private chat. I totally forgot about that.
Try putting it in the private chat. You should be able to pull it up off there.
Private chat.
It's my Instagram. It's the most fun Instagram ever.
Yeah, this StreamYard has changed since I was on here last, like a long time. I remember it being really easy to toggle between private chat and regular chat, and now it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's pull this up. Okay, 1 second. Bear with me. Oh, whoops. Hold on. There we go. You can see
It
this.
is. That's the Wagoneer S.
I have never heard of this. I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah, this is a little bit bigger than a Jeep Compass.
I like how it looks.
Yeah, it's cool looking, and it's the tech in it is amazing. And the like I said, 600 horsepower. That thing flies.
That's a lot of horsepower for a small car. I didn't see this post of yours.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed it. That's what happens when you post like 9 posts a day. I don't see them all.
But one of them's not a watch or a dog or food. It's a good time.
I'm gonna have to go back and like this one. That's because I'm not logged in right now. Because like I said, I haven't been on this computer in a while. But I actually like how that looks.
Yeah, it's a cool car.
So this is
Now I'll tell you what sucks.
yeah.
Your hood, when it snows and it ices over, it never melts because there's no fucking engine.
Oh really? So it doesn't get very hot.
Well, we had a big snowstorm and my car looked like it had just snowed that day for like a week.
Let's see if I can do this without logging in. Otherwise, I'll log in.
I think the profile's public.
Oh, it must be because I'm not logged in right now. So
Yeah.
You're okay with me showing this?
Yeah.
No one's watching.
Yeah, I don't. I doxed myself when I was on the lives. I doxed myself so much. They were like, "Oh, dox me." I'm like, "Fuck!" I doxed myself.
Like when you were showing, like when the tree fell and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that was-
Here's my neighborhood. Here's my house. Here's where I work.
I know it's like, you know what? If you really tried, like you could figure out where I live too. It's like
Yeah.
it's not that complicated, but it's like I don't have 100,000.
You'd have a little problem with Google Earth because the house had different siding when they took it, But you could see the picture that they like the pictures that they took that day. You can see like my Challenger and my old kids sitting there and stuff. There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna log in here. Just bear with, and if it lets me.
Yep. If you're allowed,
I'll
show people my Starbucks. I really like this watch. It's really nice.
This is a nice watch.
And yeah, when I picked up that OP, because I hadn't owned a Rolex in a long time. And I did have a sub, but it was an aluminum bezel sub. It was in 2003 I got that.
Also a while back.
Yeah. But I forgot how, and they've improved it, and the glide lock is a big improvement too. But the how comfortable these Oyster bracelets are, they're really nice. But this watch gets so much attention. I wore this to the Fancy Mall. I was just out Christmas Eve during the day for a little bit, just killing some time.
Yeah.
Going over to Ross Park Mall where they have the Tiffany store and watches of Switzerland and the Louis Vuitton, all the I call it the Fancy Mall in Pittsburgh. But everyone was noticing it. Like people would like you could literally see their heads go, oh. One guy actually walked up to me and he says, "That is a beautiful watch." Oh, thanks.
They are really nice watches. Like I kind of always wonder, like I like it, but then I like the Hulk. If I had to make that decision, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably go with the one you have.
Here's why I like this one over the Hulk. The Hulk could be an intimidating amount of green, and the Hulk is the old maxi case.
Oh, that's true.
It has the thicker lugs. I don't think it had glide lock. I don't, there's some, it had the 20 millimeter lug width instead of the 21. So it didn't look quite as integrated, especially with those big chunky lugs. And so there are some advantages to this, but that dial on the Hulk is beautiful. I just don't know if I would get tired of it or not. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like a lot of those guys have always said, they're like, "Oh, it's so dark green, it almost looks black." It's like, yeah, I'm sure in some light, yeah, but like you still know it's green.
Yeah, and it's a sunburst.
Yeah, so, I definitely think, just talking about it now, I think the black, like what you have, is the way to go. And especially that it's the
Mark II
bezel. Yeah, ceramic bezel, not that aluminum one.
It's the Mark II. So the first one they ran for a couple years. it had that kind of bluish green.
That's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they ran that one for 2 or 3 years before, because this green was for the 70th anniversary. The first Kermit in 2003 was for the 50th anniversary. So I think they ran that first one for 3 years. And when you see it, it's like a milky green. Like, it's not the same. This one changes, like, depending on the light you're in. Can go from like a yellowy bright green to more like what that initial one looked like.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool the way the light play is with it.
That's right. Yeah, because this changed. What, I think 2 years ago they came out with this one.
23.
Oh, it was 23. Okay, yeah, so about 2 years.
I guess 2 years ago or two. Yeah.
Oh, in another week it'll be more than 2 years.
Math.
Math. That's why both you and I have sales backgrounds.
Yes. That's why I have a history degree. I hate math.
Yeah, I love history. History's good. Okay, let's share the screen.
Hey, there we go. So that middle picture was Christmas Day. I ran up Starbucks. Yeah. And I was waiting for my it was packed. Christmas morning. Waiting for my drink, and I was like, oh, photo op.
You know, that's nice. Like, I love the color blue, but I like this watch with the green more than the blue ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So when are you gonna flip it?
Well, probably next week. No. I haven't really, barely even looked at the other one, which is weird.
You're talking about the
turquoise and the OP.
I was gonna say, yeah, the OP. Call up Lolex. He'll buy the OP.
There you go.
He's Mr. OP. It's all he likes.
Yeah.
Although he's probably still got the Speedmaster, shockingly.
I haven't
seen or heard from him in a long time, because I don't think he even has Instagram anymore, or not the one he used to. I think he's got a new one now, but I don't follow him on that one.
I haven't seen him in a long time either.
It's a very
Christmas magic. Yeah.
It's a very festive photo. Is that is that on a tree?
Yeah, I just set it on a branch.
That's a lot of trust in a plastic branch.
I know. I tried to pick a firm one.
I was called. We need an emergency broadcast explaining the backstory.
Ooh, that was Helgestrand, I think, said that. He was like, wait a second, what's going on?
Was that Helgestrand? Oh, yeah, it was.
What's happening?
All right, what type of steaks are those in the back?
That was when I picked up my rib roast for Christmas dinner.
Okay.
That was a case full of standing rib roast.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, and here's the aforementioned.
That's a great watch.
So you don't wear it as much now, you're saying?
Yeah, I like it, but I don't wear it nearly enough.
So do you like it enough where you're going to keep it, or is it getting so little wrist time you're like, maybe it should get flipped?
Yeah, I'm looking at that in the OP going, I'll probably keep one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they're similar watches, different colors, obviously. Now, what this has going for it to stay is it's really cool. It does. When I wear it, people do compliment me on it, and I wouldn't get as much for it, obviously.
Yeah, because
what the OP has going for it is that it's it's a roll. What it really has going for it is the oyster bracelet and the fact that it's black with no green, so it's completely different from this. Like there's no, you know what I mean? Like
it's very different.
Yeah.
So okay, so yes, you got the OP and you got the Starbucks. You got this one. I'm sorry. Do you still have? What are the other ones you have, or is that it?
For the big ones, yes.
Okay, so no more Speedmasters. Those are all gone. Those racing ones are gone. And
I try with the Speedmaster. As much of an Omega guy as I am, I try with the Speedmasters, but I just don't. That was a really nice watch. I didn't need 2 dive watches. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I was actually surprised that you got this because you got it right when it came out.
I got it. Yeah, I got it way too fast.
So did you just did you not like okay, what did you think of it though? Like this, did you like what they did?
I liked what they did. I liked the watch. I liked the angular case. I like they made it different. I like that it's down, it's down under 14 millimeters thick instead of 16, 17, like the other 2 that I owned.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was a cool watch. But I also looked at it as like, eventually I'm going to scratch the shit out of this bracelet.
And the polished center links.
Really polished center links. But I liked it. It's good looking. But I'll tell you the one thing I didn't like about it was that they really shrunk down the dial on it.
That's interesting. Okay, I've never heard anybody else say that.
Yeah, so that it's really kind of cluttered in there. So when you so like if I was designing that watch, I would loom the 12369 and push them out to the edges and take those loom plots behind them away to open up some space. You know what I mean? To give it some time to breathe or something.
That'd be better design, yeah.
And the other thing is, here. Can you hear that?
Yes.
The bezel action on this compared to that, even though that's better than the old OP, there's just when you move the bezel on the sub, it's not
Rolex bezel action.
It's true. They really do the bezel the best. But that was a cool watch. It's a cool watch. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, there's a few little changes I'd make with it, but
So this one bit the dust too, then.
That was a huge mistake on my part.
Like buying it or getting rid of it?
Buying it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
I have tried these mesh bracelets 3 times, and they just never quite fit. I'm kind of.
You like them?
I do. I love the way they look, but I'm a tweener on the sides.
You know what? You got to get the non-Omega. You got to get like a no-name brand.
Yeah, no-name mesh.
You got to get like the $20 mesh bracelet from like Watch Gecko.
Yeah. And that's the other thing I never do. If the few times I have tried a strap or a bracelet, it's always an OEM.
Oh, so you don't like switching them out, eh?
Because it's, you know what it is? I'm like, so that watch was, $7,000, say.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I put a $20 bracelet or a strap on a $7,000 watch?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
At least buy $100 no-name strap.
I can't make it work in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what about like something that's like 100, 150, like an Artem strap or
Artem makes some beautiful straps and stuff, but they don't say Omega on them, and that bothers me because I'm weird.
Okay,
I'm a weird dude.
No, I'm actually like that a lot with a lot of stuff too. So like, I totally understand if that's one of the things that's gonna bother you. Like, trust me, I get. Yeah, no, I'm like that with a lot of stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, those are. It's a great watch. There's nothing wrong with it. It just when you compare that in the sub's better. As much as I like to say Omega's better, the sub is a better dive watch than I think Omega has. Yeah.
So, what do you think of the white Speedmaster here?
I love the way it looked. I hated that it didn't have a screw-in crown. I'm not much of a chronograph guy, so every time I get one, it's it's not going to be a long-term relationship because it'd be like if you had a preference for dating like blondes or brunettes, and you're like, well, this blonde, I love you want a brunette, but this blonde is really nice. If I could get her to dye her hair, she'd be perfect.
Yeah, I've literally been there. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good analogy. Yeah,
So
it's like, and you had the racing one too, but it's the same thing. It's like and you really like
the
the racing.
the racing one is really cool. It's really cool, but it's the same thing. It's a chronograph. It was a dual
Chronograph, yeah.
bicompact, but the extra pushers and stuff. I get bored with it. It's not my. I'm kind of a three-hander.
I can't believe I'm still talking about this, and I haven't bought one yet because I've been talking about this for years and years. I still have not bought a Speedmaster.
Yeah.
I've been lusting after that watch for probably since like 2000, probably for 20 years, honestly.
I literally sold one on Sunday. So I'm at the jewelry store picking up the Rolex, and the retired, they're packed because they're never open on Sundays. It's the Sunday before Christmas, and there's people everywhere. And the retired owner is showing this guy a couple watches, and he looks at me. He goes, "You have this watch?" I didn't say I got rid of it. I'm like, "Yeah." So I walked over. The guy was looking at a couple used watches and the White Speedy, and I started going into some of the things that made the White Speedy desirable and stuff, and blah blah blah. And it was just, I was explaining the difference in the movements between the coaxial and stuff, and I had him go over to the mirror and check the light play on those polished center links on the there's real thin polished center links on the Speedy bracelet now.
Right.
And I showed him how the micro adjust worked and stuff, and the dude's like, yeah, you know what, this is the one, and he bought it.
Should have given you the commission on that.
I know, right?
Yeah, here's the thing. I've wanted that Speedmaster for, like I said, 20 years.
Yeah.
But like for what I need a watch for day to day, I don't have the money to have right now to have two fancy watches.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like in a one and done situation. And right now I don't even have any, like I have a Tissot. I have that Bulova AR-15.
It's cool.
It's a cool watch. Yeah, I don't know why I like that watch so much. And then I have I have an AliExpress shitter. I used to have a lot bigger collection. I almost pulled the trigger on a Mito. I really like a certain Mito, that Legend Diver one.
I like the Mitos.
I just didn't buy it because I was like, I keep going back and forth, be like, do I buy a $500 or $800 Mito, or do I just buy a Zulu Time? Because
I love it. See, you mentioned that before. I called Brian on my way back when I bought this, Brian the Pipe, and I was telling him I got it, and he's like, I didn't pick you for a green bezel guy. I said, one of my favorite watches that I have,
green Zulu Time,
the green bezel Zulu Time
that your brother has, right?
Yeah. I said, that was a great watch, And
especially now with the newer Zulu Times, like how they made some little changes and stuff like that. And like you can either get the titanium one. I don't think I would do that, but like they've just made some really good changes. And like I like the Zulu Time because I like GMTs, like Brian. Also, the Zulu Time, I know I don't need to worry about. I don't need to worry about it being like targeted to get stolen. I can wear it to work because like what I do now, I'm I don't know what I should say. Like I don't really like if you really pay attention to like my social media stuff, you can figure out what I do.
Yeah.
But like I got to be in bad neighborhood stuff. I work in the legal field. I'm in bad neighborhoods. I meet up with bad people.
Yeah.
I don't really want to wear a Speedmaster because I'm just worried about either being too delicate. Also, I need a date. Like I need to reference the date multiple times all the time. And like, I just don't want to wear a Speedmaster in my line of work. So then I'm like, as much as I want a Speedmaster, it's going to sit. I'm only going to maybe wear it on the weekends.
Yeah.
Maybe. And I don't want to right now spend that money because like I've still got bills I'm paying off from COVID because like I didn't have work for a while.
Right.
So it's like I don't have the money to have like multiple $8,000 watches lying around.
That makes sense.
So it's like if I'm gonna have one, I kind of want it to kind of do it all in like a Zulu time, or even cheaper, like a Mito diver is better.
So there are dealers on Chrono 24 that sell new Zulu times in the mid twos.
That's really good. I've seen a couple good deals on eBay like once in a while.
And I like them versus like Watchmax or Joma Shop because you get the full Longines warranty with them because they're actually Longines dealer. They actually
That's
sell
good.
Longines. So you get the warranty card with it instead of the 2-year Joma Shop warranty. Yeah. The other thing I like about Longines over like a Mito, Certina, Hamilton, those kind of things. Longines movements, although ETA movements, are proprietary to Longines and put together by the people at the Longines factory.
Okay.
And so they're not the Powermatic, the kind of replaceable Powermatic 80s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said for that. Longines, the history of the brand, I think it has a little more cachet, without being hype.
Yeah, it's a solid piece. It's a solid brand. It's got legitimate history,
right? Like
more than legitimate. Like they really are like some of the OGs,
right? Yeah. So there's that Zulu time. I remember you mentioned that to me before, and I just always have thought that was such a great watch, and I always talked about it. Like my brother did not wear it. He probably thought I was going to take it back. He didn't bring it for Christmas. Now that you mentioned it,
I actually I almost you have no idea. Like the mouse was hovering over the buy button.
Yeah.
Back in the late summer on both a Mito and a Zulu time on eBay. Like I found a really good deal on both that I haven't seen in a long time before or since. And I didn't buy either. And sometimes I kind of wish did you screw up? Should I have bought one of those?
The other one that's really cool, it's good looking, it's vintagey looking, and I've owned it a couple times. I'm not as crazy about the new ones. There's some things about the new ones I like, but you can still get the old version in 36 or 42. That's the Legend Diver. Legend Diver is a cool watch.
Yeah, that is a cool watch.
You can find deals on those all the time.
Yeah, those are cool. I don't. Those ones are a little bit too big for me.
Yeah,
that's the only problem. I tried them on.
I tried on the new one with Mr. G, and the original OC, although he wouldn't come over the Longines counter with us.
It's not approved. Not approved, Lucha.
It's definitely not approved. But I wanted to try on one of the new ones because I think they're 38s or 39s.
I think 39. I think.
Yeah, I put it on, and the girl goes, "Oh no, you need the 42."
Yeah. See, and also I like those and I appreciate them, especially in the 39. It would fit for me.
Yeah,
it's just not for what I need. It wouldn't work.
But the 39, unlike the 42, the 39 does not have a date. They took the date wheel off that one, and they made it cost certified. They're much more expensive.
Yeah,
I like the hands on the 39, but I actually like the look of the old. Because the old one looks like a 1960s, 70s.
It looks awesome.
Diver, so. But I think your choices on those are 30, 36 or 42.
Yeah. So I honestly don't know what to do. I've kind of waffled back and forth. I was honestly, the smart financial decision, and it has the date, would just be to get a Mito for $500.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with them. Mito's a great watch. Have you ever looked at the Certinas?
No. Well, I have, but I have seen them and I have looked, but I haven't really considered them.
Yeah, it's another Swatch group, similar.
The Mito I like. So originally, the thing that drew me to that was I really liked that turquoise one. I thought this would be a really cool holiday watch to go to a warm destination or a beach watch.
Yeah,
and I like blue. I had one darker navy blue. It was that Tissot Gentleman.
That's a great watch too.
It was a great watch, but it was
scratching up like shit.
I changed the I got one. I didn't get the bracelet one because I knew that was going to happen, and I also didn't like that the bracelet was so thick. So I got one on a leather strap, and I just had fun changing out different color leather straps.
Yeah. I had a green one for a while. Yeah, I bought it for a meter, and it just looked like hell by the time I was done with it. It was so scratched up.
It really, it's a magnet, yeah.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, like, I want to aspire to get. This is another one I've wanted for a long time. You've probably heard me talk about. Is like I really want to get a date just for like a really nice fancy watch. I love the JLC reversals, but the cost of those just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
And I don't wear suits a lot anymore. If I wore suits every day like I used to, I would absolutely get a reverso, but it just doesn't make sense anymore. So I kind of was like, you know what? I kind of decided if I somehow come into the money in the future, I would get one like after I get a date just, but I want just a nice rhodium date just as like kind of like a one and done. I can wear it. It looks great with jeans, looks great with a suit.
Yep.
I wouldn't wear it to work though. That would be like my nice watch for like whatever. And then and also I wouldn't get the reverso until I got a Speedmaster. That's kind of like the idea is I want a Speedmaster, I want a date just, and then I want either the Zulu Time or the Mito as like my daily.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
The date just is a great watch. I own 2 of them. Again, we're going back early 2000s. My first Rolex was a Thunderbird Turnograph.
Those are awesome. I really like those.
It's not the Turnograph everybody thinks of though.
No,
it was pre that one with the red date and stuff. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a picture. I know I have one in my Instagram here somewhere. There's a picture because back then even if you had a camera on your phone, it sucked.
Yeah,
so it's true. You didn't take a lot of pictures of your watches back then. Actually, here. Oh, what's going on? Well, let me pull up. There's actually a picture of me outside of Game 6 of the 2009 Stanley Cup Finals wearing my two-tone date just. That was the one I had after the sub.
If you put it in the private chat, I'll click it.
It won't let me make it big. It's doing weird shit.
I don't see any request for you to share a screen or anything.
No, I wasn't even trying to. I was just trying to make it big on my end.
Oh, okay.
And it won't. Let me try and refresh this.
Well, while you're trying that, like what I was going to say about the Mito is like I originally really liked that light blue one. So I had the dark blue Tissot, but it just bugged me because I was trying to fill the void for a date just. I was trying to do what everybody says not to do. And yeah, it's like it wasn't scratching the itch.
Yeah.
Although it's a great watch. Like it's waterproof even though the crown doesn't screw down. Although I had it on leather straps, but I was like, I liked it, but I ended up selling it. I lost a little bit of money, but not bad. So the Mito is the light blue. So it's very tropic. It's very nice. But then I started looking at the black one and I like that the black one has a matching black date wheel. The blue one doesn't. It's a white date wheel.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I like black dial watches. So I was like, oh, maybe I should look at the black one instead, although they're harder to find and they're usually a little bit more money because everyone wants black. But then I started thinking, like, do you want black? Because then people are going to think it's a sub. And I don't want people to think it's a sub.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm kind of like hemming and hawing them like, well, you originally just wanted the Zulu. Maybe you should just go back to the Zulu time. And like, I can't, like in my city, like it's easy to find a Zulu time. Like there's 2 different jewelers that sell Longines here.
Yeah.
People don't sell Mito here.
Oh yeah.
I can't see a Mito, that watch. And when I went to Vegas a year and a half ago, I forgot to go to the one place that sells them to look at them.
Shit. The only place around here that you can, it's not always you can find a Mito is Nordstrom's.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that they would have that.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have more Nordstroms anyway, but.
So
yeah, it's like I'm either just gonna have to take a flyer and just buy one, for $500-600, and then I'm just kind of worried that I'm gonna hate it and regret it after 6 months, and then I'll have to go through the trouble of selling it.
Yeah.
And since it's not a Rolex, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to sell.
Yeah, it is.
Versus the Zulu time will be easier to sell.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm just kind of like going with the flow, and since I don't have the money right now to drop on a watch, I'm like, whatever, to hell with it.
Yeah, well, Zulu times they do a lot of those 39s now. And they do some better ones, better colorways even some of the 39s.
Yeah, they got a blue one now.
Yeah, they got that one with the gray and
I think that's the titanium one, which I really like, but it's like $2,500 more or something.
Ah, shit. Yeah, that sucks.
It's at least $2,000 more. I'm pretty sure, which is like that's not going to happen. And honestly, as cool as titanium is, I like a heavier watch. I don't want a light watch.
Yeah, I like the heavier watch too. I don't know why this will not allow it. Just this picture will not allow me to make it big. It's so freaking weird.
Drop the link in the chat. Let me pull it up.
It won't even let me. Now let me try it this way. Hold on. Let me see if it'll allow you to pull it up. Chat. It's there. I don't know if it'll let you pull it up big or not.
Oops.
There it is.
Can I do it this way?
But that is outside the old Mellon Arena, the Igloo, before Game 6 of the 2009 Stanley Cup Finals. And I know that I'm wearing my two-tone Datejust in that picture.
I love Maddie's comment. Lucha always ready to drop the elbow. Top rope. Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to even zoom in with my keyboard, but I can't.
Yeah, that's weird. It won't do. Yeah, it's like a thing that sometimes Instagram does. That was a great game. They won 2-1, and I think Tyler Kennedy scored the game winner. And that was back when they would do the old Mr. Kennedy when he would score to goal scored by. They would have the Mr. Kennedy from WWE come on and he'd be like, Tyler Kennedy. And they'd pause and go, Kennedy.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, in 2009, that's when Pittsburgh won, right?
Yeah.
2008, they lost.
Yeah, 2008 they lost. 2009 they won. They won in Detroit in the next game.
Yeah, Datejust are a great watch.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great all-rounder, great one and done. If you want.
Yeah, an old boss of mine back when I worked sales, he had a 36 Datejust Jubilee, white dial, Roman numerals.
Yeah.
And he wore it every day. And he worked for years, and then he moved to a different city. And then I saw on Instagram, I don't know if it was before the pandemic or during the pandemic, he upgraded to a Daytona.
Okay. So the sales manager, the other sales manager I work with, he's a brother of the owner, and he has a Milgauss, an old black dial Milgauss.
Okay.
It's all beat. He's owned it forever. You know, it's all beat up, scratched up, nicked up, and that's just his everyday watch. You know.
Yeah, so you're talking about the one that came out like 20, 25 years ago, right?
Yeah.
That they like kept in their rotation until what, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah. It was 3 or 4 years ago they dropped it.
Something like that, yeah. I always liked the black one the most. I was never a fan of the Z Blue.
Nah. Black one's a little cleaner.
Yeah, and you can still see the green glass.
Yeah.
In fact, if I wouldn't go black, I'd actually go white. Like Z Blue is my last choice, even though people love that one.
That's the popular one.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, the black one is what Dirk for the eye bashers. He's got that one.
Yeah, it's a good watch. Like what I like about it on him is that watch has been. He just wears it. You know what I mean? It's like.
Yeah, and he loves it. It's like his dream watch.
Yeah.
And now he's got the.
He thinks I'm insane. You know.
Does he? Why is that?
Because I always switch.
Oh, because you're always changing watches. Oh, I see. Do you watch the eye bashers much?
Not really. No. only because I'm just not a big O'Sheen fan.
Well, Dirk does a daily show where the O'Sheen's not on.
Yeah.
Like O'Sheen only usually comes on Fridays usually.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Dirk does. He does 5 days for sure. Sometimes he might even do 6 or 7 days a week.
Okay.
I think around usually I think it's around 5 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
I think, and yeah, Sheen doesn't come on. He only comes on the Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Dirk does like it's a 1 hour show. He's always got a very loyal crowd. A couple Canadians that are always in the audience too, like Andrew Wokovich and.
That's it. I'm out. Wokovich.
And there's another Canadian that sometimes come like not on the show, but always in the comments.
In his chats, yeah.
But yeah, he was always talking about how that was like he lusted after that watch for a long time, and he just got like a couple months ago. He got the new first Omega in space.
Okay.
Which is a cool piece. I like it. I just don't think I could do it because it's got that blue, and that would bother me. Like you were talking about how else that bothers you, that would bother me. How it's like it's so dark. It's almost
very dark,
black, but it's
like
not.
Sandwich style. It's small too, for me.
Yeah, for me it'd be great. Like I love everything about it. If it was a black dial,
is it 38 and a half or 39 and a half? I can't remember, but it's when I put it on, it felt small.
I think it's 39. I think. Yeah, I would buy it if it was a traditional black dial. I'd buy that over the regular Speedmaster. Yeah. But the blue, I can't do it. It's just a little bit too unique for me, and I'd rather just go with a regular Moonwatch. And what I would do is, sorry to interrupt. What I would do is everyone's like, oh, buy it on the bracelet. I wouldn't buy it on the bracelet, even though you can sell the bracelet. I'd rather buy it for less money. I love the sailcloth strap. And then I would buy the flat link bracelet. I would do what Evan G did. I'd buy that flat link Omega bracelet that was for, I think, the 57 or whatever it is that fits. One of them fits.
Yeah. Because Evan had a 57. He had the red 57.
Yeah, and then he bought the white one.
Yeah.
Which I assume he still has. I haven't talked to him in forever.
Yeah, because when I met him in Philadelphia, he had the Guinness and the red 57 one.
That must have been right before he bought the white one then.
So that was a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I think he bought the white one around a year ago.
Well, he moved on from the red one when he bought one of the Rolexes. I remember him telling me, because he actually reached out. He said, "Hey, I might be selling the red one. I'll let you know." And then he messaged me back. He goes, "Someone bought it already." Oh yeah, that was quick.
He did flip that quick. I'm not a big fan of the 57s. I don't know.
I like to buy compacts, but there's stuff I like about them. There's stuff I don't like about them. It's tough. It's like anything, you know. But it's a chronograph, but the bracelet that flat link bracelet on those is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And see that one's different than that Planet Ocean because the polished is the outside links, not the bigger center link.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget which one it is. One of those flat links also fits the regular Speedmasters. Okay. And that's what I would do.
Yeah.
And if it didn't work, then I would just buy the Forester one.
Yeah, the Forester looks a lot like it.
Mm-hmm. So that's the long term.
Yeah.
That's the long term plan one day.
There you go.
If I somehow come into some money.
Exactly. Well, Mr. Kyle, it is 1 a.m. here in the Berg.
Yes. Thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. It's
good time chatting with you.
Yeah, good to catch up.
Absolutely.
Talking about everything. Hopefully, I can get it together, and maybe I'll do a couple more of these at some point, sometime soon.
Absolutely.
You're not doing the Sundays anymore, eh?
No. Brian's talking about doing some kind of a show, not really a live show, like a private invite thing he found.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll see. But now I've just been enjoying my time off. I call it time off.
You deserve it. You work a lot. So
I do. I put in 55, 60 hours a week. So
I know I know what that's like. I can kind of relate. I don't do it every week, but some weeks I do.
I don't work. It's not like I'm doing labor or that I'm even working the entire time I'm there, but you have to be, it's retail. You still have to be there.
Yeah, you're still there. You're still putting in the time, and you're still putting out forest fires.
Yeah.
Even if you're not digging the ditch, but you're still putting out forest fires.
Putting out the fires all day long.
Yeah.
But I have a good time. I actually like what I do. So I feel blessed in that way.
Yeah. That's like me too. It's like, you got a lot of crap, but it's like overall, generally, I usually look forward to going to work.
Yeah.
So it's like, there isn't a perfect situation, but it's like mine's pretty close. So
right, exactly.
Yeah. Well, nice to see you. Good catching up.
Thanks for having me on, and I'll catch on. I just happened to be flipping through. I was like, hey, wait a sec. Steak and whiskey. I'm in.
I know it. I didn't even put the photos up. I'm gonna get it together. Maybe there'll be a couple Saturdays or Sundays, even maybe this weekend. Maybe I'll do a morning show. We'll see.
All right, cool. All right, man.
Peace.
Good. Peace out.
Good to see you.
You too.
Catch you later.
All right.
So, and then there was one. There can be only one. Well, there's two people watching. I doubt one of them's OC. But I'm a man of my word. And I'm going to keep this going a couple more minutes. We're going to hit there. We've already set the record for the longest stream on the Kyle D channel. I'm all out of champagne. I wish it was a full-size bottle. Damn it. So, you know what? We're going to build a BMW. I'm going to share the screen here. I will be right back. I'm just going to step out for 2 seconds. And I put this on the screen. Hold on. I will be... I gotta figure out how to do that thing along the bottom. I can't remember how to do that. Okay, well, I'll be right back. Just bear with me. I'm just going to step away for 1 second. All right. We are back. And the one or two people who are watching are gone. That's fine. That's fine. You're missing out. You're missing out, people. 3 minutes. Build this. Let's build this BMW. Viewers, come back. Oh, someone came back. All right. Well, now it's officially after midnight Central Time, and it's time for Kyle After Dark. That's the one bad thing about having a vodka bottle in the freezer. You get no cork pop. So we got one of my favorite vodkas ever, Reka. It's from Iceland. It's a fantastic vodka. Fantastic piece. Tastes amazing. Yeah, it's too bad there's no good cork pop from that, eh? Let's do a little Ruski style, just sipping on some vodka. We're not gonna go full on Russian here. We're not gonna pound the vodka shots. Just sipping on some good vodka, you know. Okay, let's build this BMW. Shout out to OC. How do we do this? Probably should have just shut down the stream because we're at three hours. But if I can't figure this out in the next 120 seconds, we're gonna shut her down. 9:30 service, 11 o'clock coffee, 12 o'clock, shut her down. Province. Manasnoba. Oh. BMW 330, X5, X3, X7. Where's the M? Where's the 5? We want to build a vehicle here. How do we do this? Models and configurator. Sure. Let's do that. Sedan. I said we don't want none of that Rolex stuff. We don't want none of this electric California hippie stuff. Rolex, come back. Gasoline. Sedan 5 Series. 7 Series, that's rich old doctors. 3 Series, you think you're cool, but you're not. M3, cool. 5 Series, let's do this. And maybe next time if I do this again on the weekend, we'll do a Cadillac or something, since I'm a caddy guy. Build and price. Let's go. The 5. Oh, we're going to go with M, of course. We're not going to mess around. And remember, this is in Canadian dollars. That's why you're probably like, 99,000. Hey, at least it's not Aussie dollars. View all engines. What do we got here? Let's go. Okay. i5. Well, since we live in the cold wilderness, it's going to have to be, or I'd prefer X-Drive. M60... 5.5, yeah, we don't want that. Like I just said, we don't want the I. Plug-in hybrid? Nah. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go with this. Transmission and technical data. Let's see. Gasoline, 255 horsepower. See, I don't understand all these cars how they have such low horsepower. It's like they must really put all their eggs into the basket that is torque. 5.5e. Plug-in hybrid, 483 horsepower. See, this is a tough call. Like, you want the higher horsepower, but I don't want battery. Automatic with paddle shifters, transmission and technical data. I haven't test driven a BMW. I don't even know how long it's been. It was pre-pandemic, that's for sure. Okay, we'll go with that, I guess. I selected the M variant, didn't I? Or maybe that's coming up. Oh, M models. Okay. Fuel engines. Okay, well, I guess I don't have a choice. I guess the M is going to be... Oh, there we go. Okay, for some reason, I guess I didn't have the right one. Yeah, that makes more sense. 593 horsepower. Okay, yeah, now we're talking. Although it does have a battery. That's so stupid. Whatever, I guess I should just be building a Porsche. Why the hell am I messing around with a freaking BMW? BMW always used to call themselves the ultimate driving machine. I'm sorry, you're not. Porsche is the ultimate driving machine. Okay, well, we're going to go with Frozen Deep Gray. What's the dark graphite look like? Oh, that looks nice too. Yeah, we're going to go with the Frozen instead of the graphite. I believe that is also what OC chose. Wheels. All these wheels suck. 20-inch. I don't know what the difference is. Perf, burnished perf, whatever. Let's go see what these look like. 100,000. Yikes. Black, perforated. BMW individual. Cloth. Oh, I just don't. I'm not vibing with this, man. Like, I don't know. I just feel like Cadillac and Audi just have them beat. Like, just not vibing with these BMWs at all. Yeah, we want the leather. Definitely leather. Trims. Darker the better, even though it's an absolute bitch in the summer. $110,000. That's chump change. I'm going to carry plants in the back of this and get it full of mud. What do I care? I wear canali suits to change the oil and cut the lawn. M package. Show all three options. Absolutely. Let's go M Sport, baby. BMW iconic exterior illumination. Shadowline lights. Okay, that's good. Select. Yeah, absolutely. Premium essential package. Let's go. Total price 120 grand. That's Canadian, by the way. So 120, like I said, 120. That's 87.7 USD. So let's say 90 grand. Just for the sake of being easy. Advanced driver assistance package. Let's see what this includes. Highway assist. I actually don't really care about stuff like that. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to take this on the track and blow the engine in 6 months anyway. So, you know what? That doesn't matter. I don't need no fancy computer telling me to drive. I'm going to drive it better than a computer. Yeah. Charging. Oh, this is so lame. I'm just going to skip it. Winter complete wheels. It's a tough call, man. But you know what? I live in a winter city. Got to get winter wheels. Select. I doing a disservice not looking at this charging? Nah, doesn't matter. All right, 124 to 9. Find a retailer. There's only one. Birchwood BMW. Oh, you can't see that screen anyway. Well, you can look it up. Birchwood BMW. 3965 Portage Avenue. Request a test drive. I used to work with a guy who actually works at BMW. I haven't talked to him in years. We used to work in a different industry together. I believe he's still there. So yeah, 124.7. 124.7 to United States dollars is $91,138 US. Not bad. Not too shabby. Okay, folks. It's late. How late, Paul? Really late. Like black dress shirt late. Anyone who's got this far, who's watching it on a replay, I love you. You're a legend. You are a champion. Thank you for tuning in. Even if you only watch this for like 5 or 10 minutes, thank you. Appreciate you. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the view hours. I would like to grow this channel into something. I'd love to get 500 subs. 1,000 would be cool, but 500 would be a good goal. Just where I could like somehow get it to the next level, you know? So thank you very much. I'm going to try and do this more often. I'm going to fix the lighting situation a little bit. I'm going to change the background a little bit. I'm going to keep this same background, but I'm going to like get a little bit in tighter, airline style. Back it up. Let's go, Mr. Airline. Back it up. Yeah. So let me ditch this tab. Gentlemen, salute, slancha. I salute you. Cheers. Thanks very much. Enjoy your weekend. Wear a suit. I was gonna say this thing that I was gonna say some of the words that Lucha sometimes says, but I'm not gonna copy that. That's his thing. But yeah, dress up, act like you're in a movie, have manners, be nice, and wear a suit. Trust me, the more you dress up, the nicer you'll feel about yourself, and yeah, you'll like it. So wear a suit, have a drink, spend the money on the good whiskey, and take it easy. All the best. Thanks again for tuning in. Reka, that's good stuff. If you want to sponsor me, let's talk. Oh, that's great when the guy who has no one watching after midnight. All right, thanks, people. We'll turn off Feeding the Ducks or whatever this music is. I change it, but whatever. Anyway, have a good night. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.